Hello, everyone. Just have to mentally prepare myself here.
Oh, I forgot it.
Hello there, travelers. Pull up a chair and sit a spell, because you've wandered on into the Lost Caravan. Tonight, we ain't rolling for treasure or glory. No, sir. We're stepping into these hollers and hills where the old things stir. This is the old gods of Appalachia. The land remembers. The shadows, they got teeth. And sometimes the dark comes calling your name. So settle in. Fog's rolling in thick, and the road ahead is twisted to something fierce. You best be ready, sir. Because the dark, it's hungry. Hello, everyone. As you may have just heard, tonight we are playing some Old Gods of Appalachia. After a small hiatus, you may see some new faces around the table, but we'll get there in just a moment. First off, I do have just a few announcements to go through. The first being, of course, that we are sponsored tonight and every stream by Soul Muppet Publishing. They are a fantastic publishing house with a bunch of very cool games under their belt, namely Orbital Blues, which we have done a playthrough of on the channel, and you'll see again someday, I promise. Other than that, if you missed any of our streams, you can find them on our YouTube channel. It's just Lost Caravan RPG on YouTube. We have hundreds of videos, well over 1,000 hours of content. So if you want to support myself and all the amazing nerds that you see in front of you, then you can go there, give us the likes, the follows, the subscriptions, all those good things to please the all-powerful algorithm. But I think that's all I got for us. I'm going to kick up some music here. And I'm going to go around, let everyone tell you who they are, who they're playing tonight, and then we'll get on down to the action. We'll go left to right, top to bottom, as we do. We would be starting with one Turk, or Turk accented on Twitch and Twitter, but the old gods have deemed that it is not Turk's night to be here, and Boston is a little preoccupied. That means that we are actually starting over with Daniela.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniela everywhere on the internet. Tonight I am playing Sylvia Tasty, a tongue-tied sage who cures what ails ya.
And how is Sylvia feeling after the events of the train?
Distraught at the potential loss of her friends, and also very concerned about her small business back home.
That is fair enough. Then that brings us down over to LC.
Hi, I'm Elsie. I'm Optimistics on all social media. I play Maisie Monroe. I called her Maisie Mallory, and I realized it's Maisie Monroe now. That's a different character that I have, and that's the last name Mallory. Anyways, she goes by Maisie, and she is a beholden sage who possesses the gift. And also, I'm tired of this grandpa with this darkness that's hungry. Can I, like, we can, like, not have that here?
Oh, we certainly could, but
No.
we will.
Mm-mm.
And how is Maisie feeling after the events of the train?
The events of the train, or the events that were like before the train, after the train? I
All
don't know.
of it. From
All
the
of
train
it.
up till now.
Well, I have now realized I have dug myself a deeper hole than I actually intended. Fucking around with making deals with Fae who don't tell me their name and what the deal is for.
Mhm.
And then I lost 2 friends.
Mhm.
Friends. One of them friend, the other one friend. Like friend and then friend. And I'm pretty upset about that. But also, like, shit happens. And
It
I
does.
hope that we are able to help them, but at the same time, we have a lot on our plate, and like staying alive is also really
Shit
important right now.
happens.
Shit happens. If you fuck around, you find
Too
out.
bad.
I'm finding out. I fucked around. I'm finding out. They fucked around. They found out. Like,
Wow.
Well, that brings us then over to one of our new cast members, and I believe new to the channel. I don't think you've been on any streams with us yet, but over to Harper.
Hi, I'm Harper. Yeah, this is my first time on Lost Caravan. I'm normally on like Entropy Emporium or HSC, so I'm excited. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Mabel Scholler. She is a scrappy explorer who cannot escape the darkness. Yeah, that's that.
For anyone that has watched Entropy Emporium streams and has watched They Call Us Villains, you may see a shift in characters between Elsie and Harper.
Harp, that's not funny. I get it now. I get it now. It's not funny.
It wasn't intentional. It really wasn't.
Okay, I
But
believe
I just
you.
yeah,
Sometimes
Okay.
it just works out like that.
exactly.
And sometimes you give your GM tools that affect other players, and they appreciate that for you. But then that brings us over to our last and final cast member, also new to our Old Gods game, but not new to the channel. Over to Miri.
Hi, I'm Miri. I'm going to playing Claude Malloy. He is a cursed speaker who knows the unknowable. Basically, he's a musician, and that's all I got so far. So,
Mhm. That's all you need.
Yeah.
As long as you can carry a tune and carry your feet on down the road, what more do you need in life? That
I mean-
just leaves me. Of course, I am Andrew, our narrator for tonight's game. And I'm excited to torment these lovely people and the lovely characters that they have brought to us today. But I suppose we should dive in with just a little bit of backstory before we kick this off. Boston, Sylvia, and Maisie. They'd been on a hell of a journey so far. Having come across a abandoned, or not abandoned, oh my god, the word is escaping me. A train and attached cars that had been physically collapsed within a tunnel, and found that not only was the green there, but something else as well. And you all managed to find a ring, a very important ring, capable of binding entities to it, should you be able to utter the entity's true name, of course. You also rescued a few innocent children who'd just been trying to do some good for their family, but got caught up in something a little bigger than themselves. It was on the path to return these children to their home that you were ambushed. One, by a representative from Langley Cole. Two, from the individual who most of you had made a deal with to get what you wanted. The Railroad Man. After a tense standoff, two of your party were whisked away into the night. No trace left behind. It wasn't until most of you returned back to camp that you found Maisie bleeding, slumped down in front of a tree, having had a very intense negotiation with one Fey patron. You also got to meet two individuals who were in fact going to look for said kids. Having realized that they were safe, they turned around and headed home. Now, we get to today, where Sylvia and Maisie, the two of you'd wake up having been thoroughly exhausted from the events of the night before, to find Boston gone as well. A letter opened and torn to shreds on the ground where he'd been laying. A letter from one Langley Cole, if either of you would be interested in reading.
Yeah, I'd be frantically trying to piece it back together.
It's not hard
Always.
to realize that it is a termination letter, letting Boston know that his services are no longer required, and that they wish him the best of luck in whatever time he's got left.
That's okay. That's a way to say it.
Turns out, messing with companies such as Langley Cole, you can end up more on the find outside, more often than not. So, for you two, what would you like to do?
Are the kids still with us? I forgot.
I believe they are, unless you sent them
Okay.
off.
We gotta take them
already.
home. No, we gotta take them home.
Yeah. I'll like just spend a little bit of time looking around the area just to see if Boston is just lingering around.
There's no
if it
sign
seems
of him.
there's no trace of him. Give an exasperated sigh. And I will simply just start to pack up our little camp and get ready for the remainder of the journey and returning the kids home.
And I will corral the children to be in one place and not wander far, because clearly people are getting picked off one by one.
That
be it by
is-
making deals versus just disappearing. Did I get stabbed, Hoop? I can't remember. I feel like
You
I
got
got
pierced
stabbed.
through the chest by some extraordinarily long fingers turned into blades.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I love him so much. The appropriate response to getting
Mhm.
stabbed through the chest.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's what I would do.
At this point, the kids are done. They are exhausted. They just want to go home. They want all of this behind them, or what you would expect, younger kids to want to run around and play and want to get dirty and want to not listen to a word you're telling them. They're the opposite. They don't say much. They go along with wherever you direct them. And they seem terrified.
I'm gonna, if I can, just carry one of them as we begin our journey.
Yeah.
I'll turn to Maisie at one point. You think Boston took off, right? You don't think whatever's been coming for us, and now there have been numerous took him, right?
I don't know what I think anymore. He could have gone off on his own. He could have gotten taken by whatever it is that was pursuing these kids. I like to think he just wandered off, but
Okay. We take the kids back first, and then we look for him. All right? Even if he's wandering off, we need to be sticking together with all the weirdness that's happening.
Agreed. I wouldn't feel right leaving without Boston.
Yeah. Okay. Kids, then Boston.
Kids, then Boston.
I guess there's not really any point in asking a marching order, more of just who's in the lead, I guess.
I think I'll be slightly in the lead, just kind of scouting out. I'm still kind of carrying one of the kids if I can, but just scouting out, keeping an eye and ear out for things.
Sure.
Feeling a little bit protective of Maisie after what happened.
Would you give me, let's go with an intellect roll here to kick us off.
Okay.
This is about perception in case you have any skills regarding that.
I am trained in perception. And yeah.
So that would take your beating difficulty 4 up to beating difficulty 5. Did you want to spend any effort on that?
Wait, it bumps up the difficulty?
No, the difficulty you're able to beat. It is bumping it up.
Okay. Okay. No.
Okay.
A 13 would beat it, right?
Oh, I didn't tell you the difficulty.
I no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
You continue walking. You still got about half day of travel ahead of you. And your mind just starts to wander a little on everything that's happened, on everything that's hunting you, chasing you down, the things that you have to deal with your shop back home. And all of that is just shattered when you take a step. You feel the tension of what seems just like a long string, and then a chain of cans just rattling against each other.
I gasp, tighten my grip on the kid, retract from the rope, and just frantically start to look around to see if I notice anyone.
Abel,
Mabel is not sneaky. She was clearly doing something else. And when she she was bent down, like foraging, essentially. And when she hears the cans just shit, looks back, and starts to run, and then just turns around and pulls a gun. All right, I don't know who you are.
Okay, we're just trying to get to town. We're just trying to get to town. No need. We're just trying to get to town.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I'm legitimately so sorry. I've been dealing. It's a whole story. You can keep going. I'm really. Forget this ever happened.
Are we headed the right way? We're heading to where are we at?
That one place that we know
Killridge.
the name of.
What is it?
Killridge.
Killridge. Okay, we're headed into Killridge. Is this the right path?
Yeah. So yeah, you're on the way to Killridge.
Okay.
Why are you going to Killridge?
Oh, we just have a small business to take care of there.
If I could ask another question to you, what do you know about Killridge? What's going on there?
That's a very specific question for someone who just pulled a gun on complete strangers.
Okay, I haven't had a choice. Except
a choice to pull a gun on people?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. I am in a bit of a tight spot right now. So I don't know what you want me to say. You're obviously, are you guys cops?
You have to tell me if you're cops.
No, I'm actually a small business owner. I own a small apothecary.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Have you
What
been
if, what if I was a cop, though?
Well,
I would just like to know that information. Hey, if you see any police officers, investigators, that kind of stuff, you didn't see me, or you saw me, I was going in a different direction, then I'm going.
What was your name?
Oh, wait.
Sorry, I'm Mabel. I'm Mabel.
Oh,
Mabel.
Tasty, Sylvia Tasty. Mabel, you're not an employee of the railroad by any chance, are you?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Mabel, I never told you if I was a cop or not.
Are you a cop?
Well, if I was, you'd be pretty fucked, wouldn't you?
I have a gun.
I wouldn't say that to a cop either. After you've just... Oh.
Are you a cop?
I'm-
She pulls the gun down.
Massey, we don't want to get this to get out of control. We'll just be on our way. We have... What?
Nothing, Sylvia. Nothing. I just wouldn't pull a gun on cops, Mabel, and I wouldn't ask them if they were cops if you truly are running from the cops.
If-
Just some brief tips, maybe.
Okay. Sure. Cop expert over here. I really. Okay. Do you guys think I could go with you?
Are you gonna keep acting like this?
Like what?
I mean, we're in a little bit of a bind ourselves. I'm not really sure if we want to be taking on.
I can help. I know how to forage for things. I'm very good in tight situations. I can get a lot of places. I can get a lot of places.
You can get a lot of. Are you good at like finding people? We could use that, right, Massey? Finding people.
Yeah,
That would be helpful.
That was my job. Actually, was finding people. That was actually my
That
job.
could be helpful. Have you ever been on any weird trains?
Every train's a weird train to me.
Oh,
That's true.
okay. Well, like any trains that like had like a lot of dead people on it or something.
Oh, that's also Sylvia. Okay.
No, have you?
I mean, anyways, I think we could use an extra person. That's for some assistance now that the others are.
Okay. But okay, never mind. Yeah, thank you. Cool.
Okay.
What do you guys say your names were again? I forgot.
Tacey, Sylvia Tacey.
Sylvia, Casey.
Mason Monroe, but you can call me Massey.
Massey. Okay. Gotcha. Where you guys from?
Dismal. Have you been?
Dismal?
Yeah. It's a
that's
smallish town.
That's nearby. Yeah. Ish.
Not necessarily. We've kind of had a abnormally long journey that we weren't expecting to take this long. So we are trying to get back there as soon as we can. But first we have to get to Killridge.
Okay. I've heard the name. But I don't know how to get there for sure. But if you say it's through Killridge, we're on the way to Killridge.
Great,
We are.
excellent. Well, I mean, you're welcome to join us on our little journey. There's no more of these little
There's the
occurrences.
cans.
Yeah.
Several.
Oh, okay. Well, you can help
I know
us
where
there
they
and
are,
aid them. Okay, excellent.
Yeah, I know where they are.
But there is one rule if you come with us, and we're not going to pull guns on random people that we just met.
Okay, but if it is
Okay.
a police officer, I
We're
will...
absolutely, that's even more reason we're not
True.
going to pull a gun on them.
Okay, well then I'm going to actually I'll just blend in with you guys. I'll
That's
just
the
blend in with
that
you
is
guys.
the
We
and we don't
And
pull
if-
guns on cops.
we don't really,
Yeah.
we don't really converse with cops. So
That's also true. We
That's
tend
good.
to avoid them.
I try not to. Yeah, and if any investigator type asks about me, my name is I was about to say Sylvia, that's your name.
it's my name.
Ralph? Ralph.
You don't look like a Ralph to me. Try again.
Anna.
Okay.
Anna. Okay.
Anna.
That's easy to remember.
You got
Anna.
there.
Right.
Anna.
What
Or
is
just anything. Anything that's not Mabel.
So, in support of helping you out here, what exactly did you do?
Nothing. That's the thing. I didn't actually do anything. But no matter how many times I tell them, it's hard to get through to them because they have witnesses.
But if you didn't do
what did
anything-
the witnesses witness
Yeah,
you doing?
If you weren't doing anything at all.
That's the puzzle we're trying to solve, isn't it?
What do the witnesses claim you were doing?
Or did.
I don't actually fully know that myself. There's different things that people say I have done, and all of them are bad. I'm here from the New England area. I am, and my town is gone, and I'm going to Kill Ridge.
What town was that you were?
Hawthorne Hollow. You heard of it?
What I've heard of Hawthorne Hollow?
Yeah, have we heard of it? I mean,
You
I guess not
do.
anymore, right?
Sylvia does a lot of trade. People come and
Yes.
go,
Okay.
even through Dismal. Probably heard the name, haven't heard it for a little while.
The name's vaguely familiar.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so nobody's there anymore. At all.
Okay.
Is the town gone or just the people?
I mean, Jess, the town is like deteriorating faster than a normal town without people would. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a architect. So it's still there, but I don't know how long.
Is this an economic thing or?
I don't know. I left to go
Okay. Right.
Were the people
elsewhere,
there
and then
when you left?
several, including friends, parents, other people that I know, and I can't find any of them. I can't.
Okay, so
do that.
they weren't there.
None of them. Yes.
Wait,
correct.
Okay.
Well,
so
no.
when-
Okay, they were there when I left, and then I came back, and everything was like that.
Wow.
How have the cops not found you?
Okay.
You're very
Well,
well, you're very good at obviously keeping a low profile.
yes. So my job wasn't really keeping a low profile up there. Not really why I went there.
Mabel, do you know what
but
sarcasm is?
Yes, of course.
Okay. That was sarcasm.
Okay. So,
Mm.
okay. Anyways, so I kind of booked it down here. A lot of them haven't made it down here. Some of them have. That's concerning to me.
Cops or people?
Cops. If there were, my life would be great if there were people down here. That would kind of remove one of my big problems here, the thing that I'm looking at and investigating right now.
All right. So you can come with us. We'll avoid the cops. So you don't pull the gun, and we'll all go to Killridge together.
Yeah, I will ask you to behave. We are traveling with some children that we're
Oh yeah, I see that.
heading home. So
I'm not good with kids.
They all
Oh.
wave.
Hi, I'm Anna.
Didn't say
Anna's
anything.
gonna be walking with us.
I just want to
Um,
ask a general question as LC here.
Hmm?
All of these kids definitely just heard you call yourself
Definitely.
Mabel like 17 times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
hmm This is the best day of my life.
Okay.
Ooh, we should be on our way. These kids need to get home.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh, is there home Killridge?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna make this town disappear too?
Okay, I didn't do that.
The witnesses, though.
Okay, the witnesses are from Massachusetts. They saw me do things in Massachusetts. And now I'm down here. I couldn't have killed a town from Massachusetts. I don't think.
Right.
Yep.
We should continue on for it. That's a
Okay.
little too late for these kids.
Yeah, sorry. We're talking about a book. Guys.
A book?
Yeah, she's saying that to the kids.
Right.
And that's not real.
And, no, we sell dead people. It's nothing new to us.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
Well, I'm 11.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable then.
So, as the now 6 of you press on towards Killridge, we're actually going to pan out and down in to said town of Killridge. A place where time seems to hang in the air like a mist over the holler, where the echoes of better days still haunt the air. Long ago, trains came in steady, and the mines dug deep the earth, pulling coal and hope in equal measure. That was when Killridge had a future, of course, had a purpose. But like all things in these hills, prosperity was a fleeting whisper on the wind, gone before you could hold on to it. Now, the rails sit rusted, overgrown with weeds, and the mines, well, they're just holes in the ground where ghosts of men still linger and children wander just a little too close. Folks of Killridge, well, they get by. Barely. They tend to their small farms, their odd jobs, and live their days in quiet resignation. But there is one thing that they still hold on to. Something that they revere, even. The old Sentinel. A massive and ancient tree standing just outside of town. Its roots twisted so deep into these hills, deeper than the veins of any coal ever ran. You ask anyone in Killridge, they'll tell you that tree's special. They gather round it every year, offering what little they have. Candles, coins, bits of food, all asking for blessings, for protection, for just a little more this time around. They say the tree listens, that it watches over this. That tree is where we see another character, another individual in this story of ours. Claude, just tell us what you look like and what you're doing.
Claude is kind of gazing up at the tree, like kind of staring at it, and humming under his breath. He has short, like dark brown hair with like that goes into a lighter brown, glasses. And he's kind of like in sort of nicer clothes, but you can kind of tell they're kind of worn at the edge, like he's had them for a while. He's just kind of standing there and he's humming and tapping his fingers on his thigh. Just like, I don't know, waiting for something.
Would you say
tell
that
him something.
you stopped in the town of Kill Ridge, or did you kind of just circumvent it and go for the tree?
I think he just went for the tree, honestly.
And as you're sitting there, you hear someone walking up, not trying to be sneaky or nothing. Clearly also headed up to the tree. When they get close enough, you hear him stop and call out, "Oh, my apologies, I didn't think anyone would be up here. You finish what you're doing. I'll wait."
No, I'm just about done. You go ahead. Sorry for the intrusion. I
No
just kind of
trouble at
wandered
all.
around here.
Most folks do. Most folks come pay their respects to the tree, whether they know why or not. And turning around.
Name's
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna Claude, I guess, turns to the whoever's speaking to him and says and sticks a hand out and like, name's Claude.
Amos Greeley. And
Nice
you
to meet
would
you.
see an older man. Though there's something about him that just makes him kind of hard to forget. He's thin as a rail, with skin like old leather and hands gnarled from decades of work that just doesn't exist anymore. He's got the clear look of someone that used to work down in the mines. Well, I know well and good that if you sit long enough, you say the right things. Sometimes the tree gives you the answers that you're looking for, and sometimes it don't.
Do you have to know what you're looking for?
I assume so. Everybody's looking for something.
I suppose. What are you looking for, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, that's the thing there. I do kind of mind you asking.
Very well, sorry.
Not to. Didn't upset me none, just a little personal.
Can I try persuading him?
Absolutely.
Wait. Do I just roll the persuasion, or
So,
what do I roll?
The
What
way
do you
that
do?
every roll works in this game is that I will
Mhm.
let you know what stat, which of your 3 pools I'm going to ask you to roll, and then I will tell you the difficulty. At which point you can let me know if you have any skills that might ease the difficulty, and if you want to spend any points from your pool to lower the difficulty even further.
Okay.
This individual is level 3, which means that the target number is 9.
Okay.
You're making an intellect roll at target number 9. Do you have any skills that would apply here?
Give me 1 second. I'm adjusting the things. I have skills in persuasion, trained.
Absolutely. That'll drop it down to target number 6.
Okay. And I just rolled it intellect.
Yep.
Okay.
That is a 13. Well above I assume that the two of you stand there and just kind of chat for a little while longer, getting him to start to open up, to feel more relaxed. Before there's a long pause in the conversation. Folks around here, those that knew him, I don't like to talk about young Cal very much. I know he's gone. Ain't nothing bringing him back, but I like to come up to the tree every once in a while. Ask where he is, ask if he's alright. Haven't heard an answer yet, though. Keep trying.
I'm sure it's somewhere out there. They'll appreciate that you are looking, still waiting, I guess. More than other people do.
Yeah, he's not the first boy that decided to run off from Kill Ridge. Nothing here for him.
Well, I won't bother you anymore. I appreciate your time.
Of course. And if you do happen to come by the town, go on by the general store. See what I can do for you.
Will do. Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
And Claude will walk away from the tree.
Yeah. Not really waiting for you to leave. He would just go up and just carefully kneel down next to the tree, and you can hear his voice very softly walking, as if he were conversing with an old friend. But that brings us back to the town of Kilridge. As a small troop of individuals march their way into town, and one lone traveler comes in from the other direction. I'm going to jump to the main group of you. The kids would direct you on how to get back to their house. They are clearly, now that they're here, in less of a hurry. It is dawning on them that they're about to be in a whole mess of trouble.
It's gonna be fine. I can talk to your parents for you, explain that you just found yourselves a little ways off path, and we helped remediate any difficult situations that you found yourselves in, and that all is well. I'm sure your parents are just gonna be happy to see that you're okay.
Well, parents, I actually think they did mention this, but this was, of course, months ago. But
This was months ago.
their parents are gone.
Oh, so I would have, I guess, just said
Like dead gone?
guardians.
Yeah. The the
It's
ones that
been a
have been
while, yeah.
looking after him are the two that you guys met in the woods that were looking for.
Okay.
Parents, technically, yes, but
I would have just said like guardians or
Yeah,
the people who are
absolutely.
taking care of you then. Yeah. Um, I'm sure they're just happy. They're gonna be happy to see that you're okay.
And maybe we leave out the part about the train.
Yeah.
Just
No
a little
need
off
to.
past sounds
Well,
reasonable.
And don't say anything about me.
No,
Anna,
no,
you're
Mabel,
not
we
really
I'm sorry, Anna.
relevant to this story, so
yeah. Sure, Miss Nadine will just be plenty happy that we're home, and
exactly.
Wait, Hope, I have a question.
Mhm.
Did they, like we said, it was months ago when we played this last. Were those people sus?
They seemed a little sus, so we didn't really relay much.
Mm.
you all were being very sus, and they were matching your energy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
The
Okay,
whole situation was sus.
we had a lot going on. We had a lot going on.
True.
We just fought like a skin man.
Yeah.
Danny
And
was a
then,
bear for a period of time.
A living flock of birds that tried to eat you all.
Yeah.
And also Danny was a bear.
Was a
Danny was a
bear.
bear.
Danny was
Yeah.
a bear. I
but
just want to like reiterate that.
but yeah, you'd easily be able to make your way back to the Boone estate, which is clearly fallen under extreme disrepair, considering that the entirety of the house and the land and everything has fallen onto these three young boys to take care of. And the moment you get within eyesight, you'd see the door fly open, and that same woman coming running out. A very understandable mix of rage and relief on her face. I cannot thank you all enough. Where did you find them? We have been looking all over for you. You get in that house right now.
They just wandered off a little in the woods, as kids do. They were no trouble at all, and we're happy to escort them back here.
Appreciate you escorting them, but I would ask that you please let me handle this.
Of course.
And I mean, the three of them do kind of reluctantly like go up to her. Nadine Bowling, a older woman with an olive complexion, pin curled dark brown hair, and an outfit that looks a little nicer than the town suggests that she should be wearing. But there's that moment of hesitation where the three children are wondering if they're about to be in so much trouble, but she does reach out and just hug all three of them and just bring them in tight. Between sobs, you can hear, I was just so worried about you. Go, get in the house. Again, thank you all. If you need a place to stay while you're in town, you are more than welcome to stay with us. We don't have much to give you of form of a reward.
Oh, no reward needed, but I mean, perhaps we might be looking for a place to rest a bit before we figure out the next steps on our journey. What do y'all think?
That's reasonable to me.
Oh, before you get settled in or rest or anything, do make sure you go pay homage to the tree. The old Sentinel might take some offense if you didn't.
I'm sorry. What tree?
Oh, go east, not too far, maybe an hour or so. Can't miss it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we'll pay homage to the tree, and then we'll return by late afternoon, I'm sure.
We'll see if we can't have something good for supper for you.
That would be lovely. It's been a rather long journey.
Before we, head anywhere, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Of course, anything.
Is anybody from Hawthorne Hollow gonna come here?
Oh,
Taken up.
I'm so sorry. Were you from there?
Yeah, from the area.
Oh, darling, I'm so sorry, but Hawthorne Hollow's gone.
I did notice that. It's. Do you know why? Do you know where any of the people went?
I'm so sorry. I don't. Last I heard, they all just up and vanished, and anyone that went looking for them, well, they vanished too.
Well, okay. I didn't vanish. That's the good news about this.
Thank the good Lord for that.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. No, never mind. Sorry.
Uh, she will step forward, arms out, just offering you a hug.
Thank you. It's going to give like a really awkward hug.
Feel a pat on your back. It's all right, dear. If you need someone to talk to, pretty good at listening.
Thank you. I will take you up on that if I need it, but I'm gonna keep trying to figure this out.
Or our two witches in the party. When she steps a little closer, there is a very clear, radiating energy of what you as players would recognize as being the energy of a cipher, but you as characters would just feel as magic.
Can I understand what kind of magic this is?
Why
Make
don't
a
you
roll for
give
it,
me
right?
a roll?
Because I do have I am trained in understanding magic.
Is
Absolutely.
there a way I can assist that? Because I'm also trained in it to ease the level.
You can.
Yay.
So,
So
it
is this
would be level 4, so target number 12, down to
Okay.
target number 9 because of your training, down to 6 because of the asset of having assistance.
and it's an intellect roll?
It is. That is a natural
Wow.
1.
Yo, we have a hero point. Sam did give us a hero point.
Sam, how dare you?
Let
There's
Sam
no hero
coach
point.
those 15 villain. Yes, she did. Like 84 years
She-
ago at the beginning of. Oh, wait, that wasn't Sam. That was Mary. Just kidding, Mary. I love you.
Do I want to
Okay,
use a hero
yeah.
point, or I get a point of XP for this, right?
No, it's a free GM intrusion that you get nothing for.
This is not okay. No, I'm not gonna spend a hero point on this.
Wow.
Okay. Then I get
Just
a
suffer
free
then, I guess.
GM intrusion.
Okay, I'm blaming you. Whatever goes wrong.
Well, no, I just feel like we can save it for something a little bit more important. I feel like this is not the most like.
Then it could be important when this GM intrusion fucks us.
She seems like a nice lady.
Oh,
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use the hero point. Fine, we'll use the hero point on
Do it.
this, and then when something more terrifying comes down the road, and we don't have something to like lean on,
Mhm.
we can blame you.
I'll buy another hero point then.
I'll use the hero point on reroll.
That was almost another 1.
That was almost another 1. The target was a 5, right?
6.
6. Okay.
Which that is a success.
Yes.
Between the two of you, even just like some non-verbally, just like a very subtle just elbow and then pointing, as you'd both notice that she has a purse, thrown around her shoulder. It's fairly large for a purse, light brown leather, sewn with some oddly nice silk lining and a zip top. That object is radiating magic. If I had to put it in
Magic,
terms that
yeah.
other TTRPG games might use, some games about dungeons might call this a bag of holding.
Oh, wowie.
Ooh.
Luckily, I have purse.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, I guess we should go pay homage to the tree so we can be on good terms with this lady so she'll give us her bag of holding.
I should... We're not taking anyone's stuff from them.
I said so she would give it to us,
I
not
don't
that we
think
would
she's gonna give
steal
it.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Give under threat
Luckily,
of
I have
death.
purse. Okay, well, if she's dead already, it's not a threat.
No, it's
As
not.
We have a magician over here who's really good at disappearing people.
Oh no. Anyways, I don't
As we're- oh,
yeah. I don't verbally say anything. I just kind of nudge and move on.
thank you for the for that. We should go get to the tree now, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And as as we're like kind of turning around and walking away, hey guys,
Mhm.
so you know how I said that the town was like still there, but it was like deteriorating fast.
Right.
That's I don't know why I said the town's gone.
Okay.
Like it's fully gone.
Like
I
flattened, gone? Like no
But
buildings?
are the
there's like foundation and like where the well used to be. There's like a couple bricks, and a small hole. But even the hole nothing's in it. So I don't know.
How small is the hole?
I mean like smaller than a well normally
Oh.
is.
But it's just a hole?
Yeah, like somebody dug a bit. I didn't really focus on the hole that much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But the buildings are gone.
Yeah,
And the people are
buildings-
gone.
Yes.
And
Building-
the timeline here, Anna, for all intents and purposes, you left and
Mhm.
came back and it was gone? Or you left and
Mhm.
you came back and it was partially gone, and then as you were there, it got worse?
No, it was fully gone. I wanted it to seem less bad
Okay.
Oh.
than it is. It's rough.
Okay. Well.
Although I was gone for like 7 years, so
A reasonable amount of
Could've-
time for a town to disappear.
okay. I don't think so personally.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is interesting to know.
Yeah, just for future reference, that's what I'm gonna be kind of, looking at, dealing with here.
Right. All right. Well,
Okay.
if there's anything that we can assist with on that journey, you let us know.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
anything you have left from the town we can possibly look at. And
Yeah.
I got a letter from my mom,
okay.
and me. I'm here.
Uh-huh.
That
Mhm.
is about it. I was trying to set down roots in Boston, so not a whole lot, really. I kind of had to go. I would have grabbed more, but I kind of had to go.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, we have a friend who generally with us who used to work
Used to
for
work,
a
definitely
mining
used to.
company. He may be able to shed some more light on what perhaps what could have been an occurrence, but perhaps economical. And yeah, well, when he returns, which hopefully will be soon, because I don't really know where he went. We can ask him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We should go see the big tree.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
Well, the three of you now will be traveling up what is basically the main street of Hillridge, what's left of it. A road that has cracked and has overgrown with weeds pushing up. The few old wooden storefronts that still line the street have their paint chipped and faded. Signs creak on over-rusted hinges. You'd pass by what you could only assume is the general store. A once bustling heart of the city, now standing with its front windows grimy and half covered in peeling paper from days gone by. You'd pass by a tall but modest church with a place for a bell above it, but currently is no bell. You can hear the low conversations of a few folks inside. And I want to jump over to Claude, because a good chunk of that conversation between the three of them was whispered to you as if you were standing next to them. The same whispers that you've been following now for a few days.
Okay. So I guess he's like, he was on his way from the tree, and then like the whispers started, and he just kind of like stopped and like closed his eyes and just kind of let them grow louder.
When
So
you're
he's
walking
just
in the
like,
proper direction, or when they start walking toward you, they would start to get louder.
Okay. And it's just like, I guess if Claude is walking, he would would it be obvious that if he like ran into them on the street or whatever, or past them, he would know that that's them. Sorry, I read something in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, pretty clearly, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's like when you're talking to someone on the phone.
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
You start walking up close to them, and then you can hear their voice and in the phone.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, that's valid. Okay. I guess like Claude will like start walking past them, pause, spin around, and be like, "Hey, y'all, y'all going up the tree?
Yeah.
You know, I just
Yeah,
came from.
normally.
Oh, I could show you where it is. It's not as
Oh, we
not,
were
it's not
given.
too hard, but just in case y'all get lost.
Your copy. My guess is appearing.
Hoop dropping merch.
It's so cute. We were given directions. Apparently, we just head east on this road.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I'm not a local here. I'm just passing through. But someone up on the tree told me that you basically have to make some sort of offering towards it or something. I didn't really get it. I tried to listen to it, didn't hear nothing. Threw a coin at it, but something tells me y'all might need its help.
Do you listen to trees a lot? They say stuff normally
I
back
mean,
to you?
I don't listen to trees. Trees don't have much to say, It's more like the things that are in between the trees.
Fair enough. Okay. I get that one.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess y'all don't need my help, so I'll be on my way, I guess. And he like slowly turns to walk away.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
As you call out,
Yeah.
Mabel just turns to Massey and just goes, "That's a cop. That's a fucking cop."
How do you know it's a cop?
Just
I ain't no cop.
Oh god.
How did you hear that?
I have good listening, you fool.
Oh, no, we're
Sorry.
not. Okay, we're not.
Everybody, chill.
I ain't no cop.
Okay, you're not a cop.
Okay.
No, I'm
And
just a
this is-
musician.
Legally, you have to tell us, right?
Oh
Like,
my
is that-
god.
I mean,
That's true.
I don't know anything about that, but I'm a musician. That's why I have such good hearing.
Oh.
There's a moment where Massey turns back to Mabel and this is like, we talked about this. We talked about not saying.
Didn't pull it
You
down?
don't ask people if they're a cop.
What?
Because
Are
that
you
makes you
looking for
automatically
cops?
I didn't. I
No, we're
whispered it
not
to you in
looking-
confidence.
in front of somebody. You whispered to me in confidence in front of two people.
This
That's not being
individual was
Quiet
Mabel,
to
that's-
hear.
a little too far that realistically they should have been able to hear this whisper.
I don't. I'm very sorry. For doing that. My friend Sylvia was trying to have a conversation with you. I'm very sorry for interrupting that.
It's fine. Oh well, Sylvia, and he points to Sylvia. I'm Cloud. Claude. Claude Malloy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Malloy. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. So what were you saying about the tree that we're supposed to be given some sort of offering?
Yeah, the local told me that you like give it a prayer, tell it what you want, leave it, I don't know, some coins or some people I've seen like a few daisy chains on there. Just simple stuff, you know. But I don't know
That's
if it's
lovely.
worked or not, you know. I could be all superstitious.
I mean, I suppose, but we'll
But
happily leave an offering. I am rather fond of plants myself, so.
good. Good.
Same here.
Well,
Well, it was nice to make your acquaintance,
yeah.
Mr. Malloy, and
Of course. I guess I'll see y'all in town if y'all are staying.
for the night at least, yeah, we're passing through ourselves.
Okay. All right.
Where you
Well-
from, Claude?
You know, in mountains up north.
Okay.
More
And
close
any
to
town in
more close to
particular?
Boone. But it's not really Boone. It's somewhere outside of Boone, you know.
All right. We're from a small town ourselves. Dismal. Have you been there?
Can't say I have. Can't say I heard of it either. Sorry.
It's rather small. All right. Well, yeah, we are staying in town for the evening at least, so perhaps we'll see you around. You performing anywhere?
I don't know. I haven't actually. I just kind of went straight through the tree, you know. I was just walking, and all of a sudden I was in front of the tree.
Maybe you should have played it a song. That could have been a nice offering.
I
Do you know
did-
anything else about the tree?
It's tall.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Okay. No, I mean, just looks like a regular tree.
Huh?
It's kind of pretty, but tree.
It's good to know.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have fun making your prayers or whatnot. I guess I'll be in town.
Thank you, Mr. Malloy. Pleasure to meet you.
My name's Anna.
Nice to meet you, Anna.
You too.
Okay. Well, with that very normal encounter out of the way, the three of you head out of town, and it really wouldn't take long before you would see one tree towering above the rest, looking like it's been there for who knows how many hundreds of years. And you would pass by the old man on his way back to town, Amos, who wouldn't stop to converse with you, but would just nod. That knowing nod of, yeah, you're strangers to town. It makes sense. You're going up to the tree and then keep walking past. Unless any of you would like to stop him.
I wanna. Does he look off? Like, does he look weird? Like, does he look funky? Like,
He looks
No.
friendly. He looks tired. He's an
He's
old man.
old.
I'm old.
No, you're not.
I feel old in my bones. I've seen some shit recently. Died 100 times. Once. I died once. Never mind then. I was just gonna try and get a perception roll on him, but if he's not sparking joy,
Yeah.
then I will not.
No need. Just an old man.
Alright, same. Relatable.
But eventually you'd make your way up to the tree named the Old Sentinel. From here, It's a little odd because you can get a very good view of the town of Kilridge. Whereas from the town of Kilridge, you could not get a good view of the tree. But it's the big tree.
Well, got anything to offer? I can collect some flowers, something. Maybe make a little bouquet, or suppose we got a little bit of money on us. Just see what I have. I have probably some like various potions and tonics that I would have taken with me from the apothecary. I could leave a bottle or two. I just gotta kind of walk up to the tree, kind of kneel down, and try to in a more respectful gesture, just kind of lay a couple of bottles down at the base of the tree.
Mabel's gonna go up and put the tail of the squirrel down.
Thought you were gonna leave the gun.
No, no
This
shot.
tree's a cop. I will scribble something down on a page of my journal and fold it up and leave it for the tree.
Would any of you say that these gifts are particularly meaningful to you?
Everything from my store is extremely meaningful to me.
What store?
The store that I own that is currently, temporarily closed, but still standing, and all my customers are just simply wondering, when it's going to reopen, because they're loyal to me and not going to take the business elsewhere.
Right, still standing.
Yes, still standing.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mabel's gift was not significant or personal. She killed and ate a squirrel, and that was the she just had that.
I guess what was written down was probably meaningful. Don't ask me what it was at the time being. I will let you know when I think of it when it's appropriate.
Yeah.
To know what but it was like secret. I don't know, secrets.
You got it. Would the three of you all roll just a d20?
Why are none of my rolls showing up in value?
4, a 10, and a 15.
Is that just me? Is anybody else not seeing the rolls?
I can see your roll.
I can't see mine. Let me refresh.
Maybe rush it.
Okay.
There they are. Okay, cool.
The tree doesn't start to pulse with energy. That none of the roots move up to grab your gifts. It's just a big tree.
I'll place my palm on it momentarily as just a gesture of respect, and nod my head and kind of retract my hand and turn to the others. I suppose we paid our homage. We can head back now, I think.
I guess so. We have nothing else to give.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you guys think that... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you guys think that tree ate my town?
The tree, no, trees don't do that.
Towns don't just do that either.
I
No,
feel
you're right.
like it would be the same, not excuse, but the same explanation as you were in Boston when that happened. Too far for it to disappear town.
Okay, well, it's not nearly as far as Boston. It's like a.
Well, I don't know
days.
where your town is on
It's
a
like
map
a couple days
because
from here. It's like a.
It's not a couple days here anymore.
It's like 3 days walk.
It's not there anymore.
It was a 3-day walk. You rub it in, man. My mom's probably dead, you know?
I don't
Like,
think we
that's
need
prob-
to come to conclusions. Everyone probably just left. I mean, that's the sad reality. Sometimes the mines close up, or the transportation gets built a little too far from town, and things
dry
dry
up.
up, and people have
Maybe.
to migrate.
Maybe, but this is like one of the closest towns. I feel like people would have gone like here or something, right?
That's yeah. Ooh.
But I mean, there's more bustling towns. Like Paradise is rapidly growing. They got a movie theater now, so people may be headed over there.
All
But
of
have
them?
no one passed through?
I mean, I'm not an expert on these things. I'm just giving some options.
Oh, I'm listen. I'm trying to go at this from every angle. I agree. I think the tree probably didn't do that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Sorry, you guys have like a thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a friend to find, and frankly, do we even know where we're going from here? We were supposed to be on a
Honestly.
train,
We were supposed to be on a train.
and now the train's no longer there, and we weren't really told exactly where to go from here.
And it's honestly, I believe, in our best interest to not be on trains anymore for a while.
But we do have a friend to find, so that'll be step
Quite the
number one.
navigator. That's okay. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll head back to town though first. and
Yeah.
Get
that
ourselves
sounds good.
sorted.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right.
Claude, where are you staying?
Claude was hoping to go meet Mr. Amos at the general store to see if he has any suggestions for if there's like an inn or if he has a room or anything.
He does have a room that he'd be more than willing to let you book up there for the night, or however long that you're in town, as long as you don't mind pitching in, helping move some supplies around.
Yeah, Claude couldn't do that.
But yeah, you'd have a place to sleep.
Sweet.
For the rest of you, are we headed back to the Boone House?
Do we want to stop anywhere in town for supplies at the general shop, or just see if there's anywhere to kind of grab a couple things?
I would probably want to do that tomorrow, given that I haven't had time to rest since the entire incident where I
That is true.
almost died.
We should
Almost
sleep.
died?
We should rest. Yeah. We should rest.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
We just ran into some trouble in the woods, so.
Oh,
But it's fine.
some trouble. Yeah,
Yeah.
some. Multiple troubles. But we each have our burdens to bear, I guess.
What's that mean?
Sometimes you make friends and they're not entirely your friend.
So your friend stabbed you?
In so many words, yes.
Damn, I'm sorry. That's rough.
Yeah. I'm alive, so it could
Yeah,
be
for
worse.
Sure. You seem like you're doing great. You were walking around. I wouldn't have known unless you told me.
Oh, wait,
No.
aren't who were my clothes all bloody? Oh shit, have I been walking around in, like bloody ass clothes this whole time?
No, I thought like your wounds just disappeared, no?
Yeah, my wounds disappeared, but wasn't I covered in blood? The wounds were gone, but it was like all bloody. I don't know, I might be making shit up because that's
You
what I
could
thought in
have
my head.
basically scrubbed dirt into it until it looked more just like grime than blood.
I just look dirty. That's cool. I've just said dirty little
We can't finish that sentence on Twitch.
I can't finish that. I'm gonna demonetize the channel. Twitch terms of service is gonna come get me.
But yeah, the three of you would be given room and board. You would have a nice stew waiting for you for supper as the hours quickly fade. The evening is upon you. Sun begins to set. For an XP for anyone that would like to take it, I offer any and all of you a chance to, well, sorry, Claude, you won't be able to take part of this. But for the other three of you, I offer you to tell a secret of sorts, something that the others didn't know about your character, but now in character and out of character, they will know. Don't have to take it.
Can I do like 2 halfway things that aren't like huge secrets, but are definitely like, oh, I didn't know that about you?
You can tell two, but I'm only offering you 1 XP.
Oh, okay. I was saying like these are like half secrets,
Sure,
kind of. So
if
I was
that's what
hoping
you
that
want to
would
do,
add up to
absolutely.
Okay. Her job was a reporter. She was moving to radio. Since radio is becoming a pretty big thing, and her career was looking great. And second, of the things people, she said that she doesn't know what witnesses say she did. They were like, it was like arson, murder, a lot of other really bad things, just like arson, murder,
Kidnapping.
like kidnapping, vandalism, huge theft.
Destruction of government property. Sorry, destruction of company
Yeah.
property.
Yeah, really just throwing the book at her. And she does for sure know that, but didn't feel like saying it.
Sylvia or Maisie? Harp, you can add an XP.
I have things that Harp's character doesn't know, but
Have to be something neither of them know about your character.
well, I don't want to share that stuff yet.
You don't
I
have
feel
to.
like Massey wouldn't know that, like, you know, I have a shop, but in the back room of my shop is where I am attempting to kind of create a somewhat black market trade of magic items, and I have been kind of networking with other acquirers of curious goods to try to collect more magical items that you wouldn't necessarily find in an everyday shop, and then also kind of become part of that network, and that is kind of a large source of my income.
I actually could tell you two anything about my childhood, and neither of you would know it because you don't remember anything about our friendship.
Only the very first memory is gone.
I thought
I
it was
remember
the whole
everything
childhood.
else.
Any memories that created meaning between the two of your childhoods. That moment of like when you knew you were friends, when you knew you were going to be longtime friends, that is gone.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I guess I could share with the two of you that I have had interactions with magical creatures that I've written about in my stories that are actually real, but only share the minor bits about the lesser fae that I've interacted with. Nothing about my friend. Friend in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Future fiance.
Both of you can add an XP.
Let's go.
And eventually, you'd all settle down for the night. But The small town of Killridge does not. It's in the very late hours, just on the edge of sunset, where someone is seen running out into the middle of Main Street. The witnesses can't quite tell what was happening, but they saw this individual run out to a car, get in, and everyone could hear the engine roar to life as they zipped out of town. But it wouldn't be till morning.
What they look like again?
No one really knows. Dark.
Okay.
It wouldn't be till morning that a body would be found. Amos Greeley, found lying in the middle of the road. A perpetual look of terror now permanently etched upon his face. A hole in his chest where his heart used to be. And what's left of the townsfolk still in Killridge, gathered around the body. That's where we're going to jump to a quick break. Give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do what you got to do, and we'll come back in just a little bit with the remainder of this very upbeat story. We'll see you soon.
Crazy bread, and like did a little like thing with it, and we were all just like, shut the fuck up, man.
And welcome
Oh wait,
back,
we're live.
everybody.
Oh shit.
Oh, how the turntables turn. It wasn't me this time.
Hello.
Hello,
What's up,
everyone.
guys?
That was so good.
So, where we left off, there had been a murder in the town of Killridge. As the dawn's first light breaks, people first discover the body. You'd all pretty immediately hear the commotion. Probably Claude sooner than anybody, since it is right out in front of the general store. But I leave it to you if you'd like to just, pack your stuff up, get ready, or if you are just immediately rushing out to see what is happening.
Yeah, there seems. Oh, is it,
sorry.
Is she? Okay, never mind.
I wanted to ask, like during the night, obviously, probably heard the car and anything else. Was there any chance that Claude was able to hear any conversation?
You
That
were in a
night?
position where you would have, if there was any conversation to be had.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Because Claude was gonna, I don't know the layout of if he was just like in a random room in the back of the store or
You're
upstairs.
probably in like the attic.
Attic, okay. So he was just gonna kind of like get ready for the day and then go downstairs and like notice that the store's empty.
Front door wide open.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
there's a crowd of people out there.
And Claude's gonna go with the crowd of people.
You would see poor Amos on the ground. That look of terror permanently etched on his face. Gaping wound in the chest where the heart was.
I don't know what else to do. He's just kind of staring.
A few of the townsfolk would turn to look at you, and that murmuring about oh my God, what? I can't imagine what happened. Poor Amos. And then turning to look at you. Oh, that fella just came into town, right? It's just yesterday? Yeah, I didn't seem to talk to anybody else. I think they were staying with Amos last. And you know that you are suddenly the topic of conversation. What about the rest of you?
I feel like I would have kind of looked out to see what if there seemed to be any commotion coming from town. I would have just went to check it out,
Yeah.
especially with a friend missing or several friends missing. So
I do want to see, maybe it's a perception roll, I don't know. If I just, from basic knowledge, know that Mabel was with us the entire night, just to establish that she didn't go anywhere, just in case that detail needs to be justified.
She was snoring very loudly. It should be hard to miss.
Was it like intentional snoring? Were you actually sleeping?
No,
or
she
you
was,
fake
yeah,
snoring?
she was sleeping. She was for
Okay.
sure sleeping. That's just how she sleeps. Well,
okay.
if it was fake sleeping, she was doing it for about 7 hours. So
I mean, you know, the dramatism that she has shown us already, I would not put it past her. Dramatism a word? I made it up.
It is now.
Whatever. It is now. Okay, so you have an alibi. That's cool.
Well, the three of you are free to rush out, joining the townsfolk, and very similarly, people that look over and see you coming out, you know that their murmuring is at least partially being directed at all of you.
Well, we didn't say a word to this dude. I've never seen this man a day in my life.
You did see him for a few moments.
I know that, Hoop. I'm making a point to say I don't know him.
that was the cop that was being creepy to us, right?
No.
We just saw this gentleman passing by on our way to the tree.
Maybe the
Ghastly
tree didn't like what he
business, but-
wanted.
I suppose. I mean, we know that, you know, in the last few days of the journey, we've seen some pretty scary things out there in the woods. Maybe something came out into the town and got him. This is rather ghastly, you know? You think Boston's okay, right?
I can only hope Boston is okay. Usually he stays out of trouble, minds his own business, probably found someone else who needed help and found the kindness in his heart to do so.
Okay, yeah. Do we see Claude in the crowd?
You would see Claude coming out of the general store and then see a handful of townsfolk starting to almost mob style kind of make their way over and start surrounding him.
Oh, buddy.
I want to start walking up to Claude if I can.
Yeah, you'd have to
kind of
push
try
your way through
bypass
the
some of-
the people a little, but there's, you know, these not quite shouts, but definitely accusations. We saw that you were staying in the general store last night, and now Amos is dead. No one here would do it, so
I mean, I didn't do it. Why would I kill a man that offered me to stay the night? That makes no sense.
maybe you're a monster.
A monster? There ain't no fairy tale. Just a musician.
I think we all need to settle down here. Unless anyone has any evidence over what happened, we shouldn't be like running around throwing accusations.
But it's not accusations. There's a dead man, a good friend of all of ours, and why? Hey, no one's seen Jolene this morning. Why did you kill her too?
Or did she do it?
Who's Jolene?
Yeah.
I've only met Amos, Mr. Amos. No, there's no Jolene. Just me and him in the store.
One of the more calm heads would kind of, on your side, start to kind of get in between, trying to settle things down. Jolene is, well, our closest thing we got to a school teacher around here. But it's true. I ain't no one's seen her this morning.
Are people looking? Everyone seems to be huddled up around here.
We did do a quick sweep of the houses just to make sure no one else was hurt. Well, everyone else is accounted for.
Well, did anyone actually see what happened?
You hear a disgruntled voice call out from the now growing mob. I saw someone out in the middle of the damn road. Yeah, just about started nightfall. It looked like there was some kind of fight or something, and well, I heard a car. It must have been Jolene's car, but I don't know why she'd up and leave if someone didn't try and scare her off out of town.
Did anyone witness what happened to Mr. Amos over here, though?
Heard another voice. I did. I saw this fella right here kill him with my own two eyes.
You...
With what?
Well, it was dark. I don't rightly know, but
So you don't rightly know what he killed him with, but you rightly saw who he was, even though it was dark, and you can firmly say that it was him who did it.
I'm pretty sure. I'm sure enough.
What's that saying that they say in court? Innocent until proven guilty.
There ain't no court around here. We protect our own, and that's it.
So I wanted to say, if you apparently saw me out in the middle of the road, what were you doing out in the middle of the road and turned?
Well, I may have been woken up by the sound of a car and decided to take a peek, make sure everything was all right. Looking out my window. The same thing any of us would have done.
There ain't no window in the attic I was staying at.
The growing anger of the mob that is starting to slowly surround anyone who's trying to step into the middle of this is getting clearly more heated.
Oh man, we need Boston right now. He's so good with people. Who can I do see the unseen? Can I check for anything magical, hidden, or anything otherwise here?
Sure.
Or is
Yeah.
it useless? Okay, bet. The only time that I see the unseen is actually a real thing, you know.
You are looking at a target number of 21. Down to
what?
18 because you're trained. You want to spend
Okay.
some points from your intellect pool?
So I have to roll an 18 or higher?
At the moment, yeah. Unless you want to spend 3 points from your intellect to drop it to a 15.
Did we recover
Yeah.
You did.
points as
Yes.
we rested? Oh,
Yeah, I'll spend 3
how
intellect
many?
points.
Just to full.
That's...
I want to use my hero point.
Do it.
Yo, that's
You're
This is the worst
spending
day of my
3
life.
points dropped it to a 15, which is not
I know.
quite enough.
I know.
And make sure I select the right token here. Offering you a
Oh,
GM intrusion.
okay.
You can refuse if you want to spend some XP.
No, I can't. I can't refuse.
Oh, that's
Golden can't
right.
refuse.
Darn.
Yeah, but I get an XP for it, so now I have 10.
And you get to choose someone to also get an XP.
Oh wait, no, I don't get an XP. It's every other one.
Gotcha. Well, you still get
I
to choose
think.
someone else.
On your character, you can't refuse it, and you don't get an XP for it. You still get. Get an XP to report. Oh yeah, anytime you make an intrusion, I don't get an XP ever. Damn. Okay. Okay. It's not funny.
That's why you have 8 less XP than everybody else.
It's so true.
It's okay, Elsie. You can just be like, I give myself hate.
Damn it. All right, let me give it to which one of you I think it was Harp didn't get any to start with, right? It was no, who picked who took the intrusion from Hoop at the beginning? Did you both do it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna give it to Miri then, because Miri might need it in a second.
You got it. You are just kind of more feeling out to the area and trying to connect with whatever happened here. And it does connect for a moment, that moment of death. That moment when the heart was ripped out of Amos's chest and he was tossed unceremoniously to the ground. And that is a feeling that is, one, all too familiar for you. The feeling of being on the edge of death, knowing that it is moments until you are gone. And two, it is a heart-wrenching, sickening feeling. And they both just smack into you.
Immediately Massey would like stumble backwards away from Claude and Sylvia and I don't know, I feel like in my head the where Mabel is slightly behind them and like towards like 2 and 2 where Mabel is along that alignment, and then just like clutching her chest, looking horrified, freaked out, like in pain, like all of the above, and just like out of breath, sweaty, like just generally uncomfortable, but doesn't say anything and gives no explanation to what is going on with her, and is just like suddenly looks very pale, very sweaty, very like freaked out.
I'll immediately rush to her side. And, are you okay? What's wrong?
I mean, I'm sure we already came to this conclusion that whatever did this wasn't natural.
Right.
Just got a little too close.
Maybe we should make some distance between us and this. We should get some more air somewhere.
Are they going to let us take Claude with us? Or?
At the moment,
Claude's gonna
clearly not.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Claude's just gonna be like, hands up, like, I honestly don't know what else you want me to explain to you. He offered me to stay for the night after I went to the tree and sang it a song. I don't know what else to say. Other than I can try to find out what happened, if you'll let me. And with that, let's see, persuasion to
Very
let him
much
go.
so.
Okay.
You are looking at a target number of 15. Down to 12 because of your trained. And you can spend 3 points from intellect if you want to drop it down to a 9.
Yeah, let me just try it with. Actually, no, I'm gonna do 3 points. 1, 2. There we go. Okay.
It's a natural 1. A fist is gonna come just soaring out of the crowd, just connecting straight to the temple. I need you to drop 2 points from your might pool, please.
Yes, sir.
But you get an intrusion. So you get
No,
another
on a
XP.
natural 1, you don't get an XP from GM intrusion. It's for
What?
free.
Oh my
Free punch
God.
to the face, baby. Well,
The crowd is
real
now
estate.
basically starting to mob in. People are shouting. Like, if there's a nearby like piece of wood or tool or something, people are starting to reach down to grab tools and weapons.
We got a boogie, which is not a word we use in the 1930s, but Elsie is saying it.
Would all of you please make an intellect defense roll?
Yo, I'm trained in that. Let's go.
Target
I
number
just rolled
21.
intellect.
What?
Sure.
If you're trained, it drops it to an 18.
I'm not.
A 19 from Sylvia, and that's
I was
not
so
enough.
close. No.
I don't
Can
know.
can I lower it with my intellect?
Not after you roll, unfortunately.
Can I roll again?
If you want to spend XP,
No. Yeah.
Now
Wait,
I get a
maybe.
20. What the fuck?
well, the two of you both got a minor effect, Sylvia and Claude. Maisie, did you want to spend XP?
How many XP? 1?
1.
Yeah. You know, why not?
I clearly failed it. Don't even worry about it.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. That's worse.
There is a moment where everything seems to slow. The weapons being drawn are being lifted as if in slow motion. The shouts slow down. Everything around you drops to a crawl. For two of you, Sylvia and Claude, you still have some semblance of what's happening around you. And it's this odd sensation of calm that is just melting away all of this anger, this hostility. And you're staring into the eyes of all of these townsfolk, and they are just glazing over. Sylvia, as if coming from your own thoughts, there's a voice that just forces its way into your. Ah, a pleasure to see someone dedicated to the old ways, such as yourself. I am curious why would come to this nothing place.
Am I able to respond to this voice?
You try.
I will try to, I guess, mentally verbalize something and just ask, who are you?
Questions can come. First, why are you here?
Simply trying to do a good deed. Help some folks out.
There is no such thing.
Of course there is. I do it all them all the time. I'm trying to help some poor children.
You're not going to be honest with me. You should at least be honest with yourself.
I only came here to return some poor lost children to their home. I do not know what you're accusing me of.
Oh, this is going to be fun. You
Who are
can
you? What do you
call me
want?
Vincent.
And how exactly are you doing this right now? Who are you? Why are you?
Do not worry. You'll find out. And there is now just the rush of motion as the townsfolk all seem to snap out of it. Weapons still in hand, but looking at them as if they were foreign, as if they had no idea why they were just angry.
I grab Maple's arm and grab Massey's arm and look at Claude. Mr. Malloy, we're gonna leave now. We're gonna find our place to ourselves. I'm just kind of rushing away from the crowd, kind of dragging the two with me, hoping that Claude follows.
Yeah, Claude's gonna
Don't
follow.
stop you.
Okay, yeah, I am just kind of rushing to hopefully the edge of town, somewhere where we can be a little secluded for a bit.
How far out of town would you? At least out of eyesight.
Yeah, definitely out of eyesight, to somewhere we can be kind of quiet to ourselves.
You'd basically follow the road up towards the tree, curve, and around the bend you would see a car. It has slammed into one of the trees, and the driver seems to have crawled out and is just sitting in a fetal position with their back against the car.
I just rushing. Does he seem injured?
Um, the driver, an older woman, well, older than any of you, but still younger comparatively to the average townsfolk. Very soft features, very clean, very well pressed dress, that of a school teacher. And she is currently white as a ghost.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Doesn't
Ma'am?
say anything. Just
And
continues
rush up,
staring.
kneel down, try to like get face to face with her. Are you hurt? Are you?
Nothing.
I am going to attempt to cast.
Ooh.
Just charm touch to just restore some points to her if she does happen to be injured.
Okay. Do you have enough edge to make that free yet, or is that still going to cost you?
I do.
There you go.
Yes.
What
Hello,
is this?
are you?
What does this look like to the others as you are using this magic?
I'm simply just going to kneel down, kind of keep my face just like a short distance from her. So I try to look her in the eye, and I simply reach out and like cup her cheek with my palm, and there'd be like a soft glow of energy outside of my palm that dissipates into the skin of her face as I cast it.
Her eyes would finally start to focus. Wait, what? Where am I? Oh.
Yeah, I think you've been in an accident. Are you hurt?
I was in an accident?
Yeah, it would appear so. Are you injured? Are you in pain?
I don't think so.
Were you driving?
I don't know. And there's just a sudden like flash of realization. Her eyes shoot open. She starts to try to stand up. Amos, I gotta get help.
Oh, oh, um, I'm so sorry. Um, but Amos has passed away.
No. Hey, But
There seems to have been some sort of accident back in town.
she just stares at you for a long moment before the eyes fully just glaze over very calmly. She starts to try to stand. Thank you for the help.
Are you sure you're okay, ma'am? My name is Tacy, Sylvia Tacy. I can help escort you back to town if you need it. You might need some medical attention.
I am perfectly fine. In a complete, just neutral tone, just there's no lights on upstairs. She will just stand, turn, and physically just start walking.
Ma'am, guys, what?
Do you
Ma'am,
want me to get
ma'am,
her?
I
I can
I
get
think
her.
she might be in shock, maybe a concussion. I
Okay.
don't know how
Okay.
this works.
Mabel's gonna physically get in her way.
She's not walking quick.
Hey, what you shouldn't move around a lot. That can cause brain stuff. So, um, maybe just sit here for a bit.
I'm perfectly fine. And will turn and just try to keep walking.
Ma'am, I think
Mabel's
you're in
gonna
shock. You need medical attention.
Mabel's gonna grab and go, ah!
She's in no place to put up a fight if you wanted to physically restrain her. She's not moving quick enough to outrun you. If you want to stop her, you easily can.
Hit her with your
You
gun.
No, 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 no.
Knock her out with the gun.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna punch her.
With the gun. Yeah, you're not gonna punch her. You're gonna hit her with the gun.
She's an old
That's not what we're doing. We
lady.
can just. I'm gonna. You're gonna sit down now, okay? And she's just gonna like.
I need you to make a might defense roll, please.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay, we're never playing without Turk again.
Target number 12. Nope, sorry.
Why did
Target
you
number
leave us?
15.
The voice of reason is not here.
I'm gonna. Uh, no, I'm just gonna raw like that one. I'm not putting in any stuff for it.
Let
believe
it
you.
fly.
Oh, that's a 2. That's
Yo.
a 2.
All right, Harp. All right.
I need you to subtract 3 points from your might pool as you put your hands on her shoulder, and she just reaches up, grabs one of your hands, and just twists until something pops.
Oh.
And then immediately lets go, will turn, and just keep walking.
Yeah, I don't think you should try that again.
What if we just follow her?
I'm in pain.
She's probably gonna go back to town,
She is headed away from town,
away from town.
basically
Let's
just
follow
off the
her.
road into the woods.
Oh, let's
Wait.
follow her.
Oh god.
What?
Wait, are you okay,
yeah.
Mabel? I mean, Anna, I'm sorry. Anna, are you okay?
My.
Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay? Are you okay, Eddie?
I think. I think my wrist. I, we're good.
Oh. All right.
I don't think you're good.
No,
You
it
don't-
hurts.
that wrist
really
don't
bad.
look good.
It hurts. Really. It's gonna swell up. It's gonna swell up.
It's definitely gonna swell.
Oh yeah, it's bad. Yeah, we should follow her
I'm
for sure.
I'm
though.
mushing and just placing my hand on Maple's arm and casting Charm Touch again.
How much does that heal?
What the fuck was that?
That 1d6.
Roll it. 2. You got your
Ooh.
points back.
Yay.
It's
What?
immediately starts to set, and it's just this cool numbing sensation from the wrist down to the elbow, and then it does feel better.
What the? Wait. What the fuck?
We'll talk
what?
later. We have to follow this woman. She's probably
Okay, she's moving slow. We can walk and talk.
like
Thank you, Doc.
wow. Yeah,
What is
well,
that?
it's magic.
So there is fairy tale stuff going on here.
I,
Oh, yeah. We we suspect that what happened in town wasn't necessarily natural, or not in the sense that we would think it is. And yes, magic is very much real. I suppose we should probably take some more time to get acquainted a
Yeah,
bit later on. It
yeah.
seems
Well,
like we're
I
probably
got
on
that
different
sense
paths.
before, because there was that in the town right before, or actually, was it before or after I got punched in the face? I think it was after I got punched in the face. It was where everything kind of went off slow, uh, and then it went fast again. Obviously, that's not normal. Uh,
No, time was a little. Yeah, that was something's trying to.
so that wasn't your doing.
No. Does the name Vincent mean anything to any of y'all?
Um, no, I don't think so.
You may have heard of
Oh.
a Vincent in your lifetimes, but
Something sinister is happening in this town, and something a little supernatural. So, yes, your fairy tale stories have a semblance of truth to them, and something strange is certainly happening here. There's a man who tried to communicate with me back in town, back when the mob was losing it a little bit. I suspect that this voice might be behind whatever's happening.
hearing voices is never good. You know that, Sylvie.
I am well aware. I did not think that this particular voice was beneficial in any way.
They're not all bad, you know. Voices.
Voices in your
Are
head?
you hearing any voices?
I mean, I hear whispers from time to time telling me to go places like they told me to go here. So
And you're telling
What
us
else?
now that magic is real.
Okay.
You're just
I
not
told you
telling
at the
us-
tree before you went to the tree, and y'all didn't listen to me. You thought I was a cop.
Sorry, there was
Okay.
a voice telling you to come here?
Yeah, you guys weren't listening to me.
Has this voice told you to do anything else?
No, I've been pretty silent. Would have been helpful, maybe. I don't know.
Well, what does this voice sound like?
And do you have multiple? How many whispers do you hear?
And you're not a cop.
I'm not a cop.
Mabel, we haven't met any cops yet. None of them. None of them have been cops.
Yeah, someone literally got murdered. I don't think there's any cops here.
Yeah,
They already said that they take the law into their own hands. I don't think there's any cops.
I don't
think
know.
they're safe.
All those questions are. I don't know. I don't think about it too much. You know, I just kind of go.
Do these whispers sound benevolent or malevolent?
I haven't thought much about that. Not sure.
You might want to pay attention to that. You see, in the realm of magic, there are many forces at play, and some of them aren't particularly helpful, and some of them are.
So,
but you
there's
need
like
to be discretionary in which of which.
So, like anything from the shadows, would that be bad or good?
Anything from the darkness is from the darkness. Anything kinder could be from a different source.
I never heard anything by the shadows, so I don't know. Anyways, aren't we losing track of that lady that you want to
I
follow?
assume you're walking and talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
okay,
kinda-
okay,
Yeah.
okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I don't know. As a kid, I got lost, and this shadow person led me back to my family. I don't know. It taught me a song.
What song?
Yeah, just a tune. It's kind of been stuck in my head all this time.
Oh.
Try to write music to get it out, but it never really sounds right. I think I need to build an instrument or something to make it sound how they sounded, but I'm not much of a crafter myself, so.
Have you had any conversations with this shadow person, or was this one incident?
I think it was just that one incident. But I was like 9, 10, maybe, I don't know.
Now, this is a rather important follow-up question. Did you make any deals with this particular shadow person? Because that seems to be a common theme when people are interacting with things outside their nature.
Let me see. Not totally gazing at my paper that I wrote down.
I just think
I don't
making
know if it
deals
was
is neat.
the what?
Just making deals is neat.
Yeah, I know.
I just think they're neat.
I don't know if it was any sort of deal, but it was just like I don't know. I feel like it was a fair exchange of some
An
sort.
exchange. What exactly did you exchange for this song?
Well, I mean, it's not more like they let me out of the cave and gave me a song, so I feel like I'm indebted to them to do something with that song, you know?
Oh. So we have more deals on our hands. I wish
you have
Boston
some
were here.
music deal?
Not me. No, I've
No.
never made any unsavory deals.
Just that
But
magic
it just seems
healing
that
type of shit, right?
magic is a little bit more inherent, freely given, so to speak. It's
Oh.
welled from the source, in a sense. It's not quite like that.
Mm.
But we've had a difficult journey to get here, and that difficult journey just seemed to revolve around a few questionable deals. But nonetheless, okay. All right.
Speaking of paying
Well, that's good to
attention,
know.
any of you that are even remotely taking in your surroundings would notice the further you walk into the woods, the darker it is getting. The more that you're stepping now across mist-covered ground rather than walking through the early morning hours of sunlight.
Do we think it's wise to be continuing? We might be wandering into some unsavory territory.
And if we let her go, then we lose our lead on the only thing that's keeping us keeping Claude from an angry mob.
Yes,
Well, I didn't see
Massey.
angry anymore, but I didn't even check the general store to see if Mr. Amos left any notes or anything. We briefly chatted at the tree. I don't know, maybe the tree wasn't fond of his offering or whatever.
You think the tree did this?
Everyone seemed to be pinning a lot on this tree.
No, the tree seems magical. Or whatever nonsense this is, or I don't know.
I just feel like in past experience, when we wandered too deep in the woods, we encounter things that are a little bit difficult to handle. And the last time we did that, Massey, we had several more people with us. So
What? I'd like to say I'm pretty good with places and navigation and all that.
And
It
you
is. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's getting like a bit spooky. I agree. Yeah, I'll keep going. I'll for sure keep going.
Just you?
If you want to come with, I wouldn't say no. I kind of did this whole spooky forest thing a couple times in the past few weeks. So company would be appreciated as long as it's not company is trying to Okay.
I can come along, but I'm not very fond of trekking through woods, and I sort of get lost.
Oh, well, you don't have to worry about that with me.
Okay. Well, what are we
Just
gonna
gotta
do?
worry about
Tie a rope
disappearing.
to our hands or something?
Okay. Massey,
one.
you have been very rude to me.
Elsie. That was Elsie. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be rude.
I'm sorry about that.
Hey, Massey,
Yeah.
The mention of a song, it is very strange that you do start to hear a melody.
Just me? Why me?
I mean, you're unsure if anyone else is hearing it. The melody doesn't really connect with you so much as the words that you're starting to hear. Hush now, darling, your eyes. The night is where wild wind sighs. Stars will watch from heaven's high as you drift asleep, sweet lullaby. Stars will whisper, trees will sing, golden tales, dreams they bring. In my arms, safely lie. Hush now, darling, my sweet lullaby. A song that you have heard exactly one person sing to you in the entirety of your life. A song that you haven't heard since you were a little girl.
It was my mom, right?
Correct.
Okay. Is that effect that I still had from the town there? That
Perfect.
got the heart like wrenching, painful, stabbing feeling.
I mean, if
I just
you
want to know if this is stacked.
if you even remotely let your mind remember it, all of that sickness it comes immediately back to you.
Okay. Okay. Um Definitely a slight pause, I think. Is there like a specific direction that this is coming from?
If you were to stop and focus, you could probably figure it out.
I think she would.
There's no indication that the others are stopping.
Okay. I'm still gonna stop and listen.
It takes a few moments, but able to find the vague direction it seems to be coming from, and if you'd like to follow it, we're more than welcome.
No, absolutely not. I will absolutely stop to hear and see which direction it is coming from. And if it's coming from a direction that's not the way the party is going, Massey's going to register that as a threat and scurry off to catch up with the others and to Mabel, who is very adamantly good at navigating.
I assume following the voices of your compatriots, as they are very
Yeah.
quickly out of your line of sight.
Yeah. But definitely not going after the voices that I heard. No.
Yeah. Just start heading the direction that you can still hear Mabel's voice coming from. Though it does seem that no matter how fast you walk, Mabel's voice never gets louder. It never gets closer.
Hope I didn't even roll bad for this.
Didn't have to.
Oh, see, why did you stop?
Well, I wanted to just narratively figure out where they were coming from. I didn't think I was gonna like die.
I love that for me.
This is cheating. Fuck. Okay.
What would you like to do?
I want to use See the Unseen again. I guess.
Technically hear the unhear, but sure.
Hear the unheard. That's not a real. All right, sure. And then
Target
I
number
roll my
21
intellect.
still.
What?
Down
Fuck.
to 18 because you are trained. 15 if
I'm
you want
gonna
to spend some points.
I'm gonna spend an XP.
For a reroll?
No. I don't want to spend any more points.
Well, you don't
I'm
have
not
to.
gonna get a rest. I'm not. 18 it is. That's
Well, good news is that wouldn't have mattered if you spent points or not.
Do you have any player intuitions?
that's a good point. How do I know if I have those?
Those should be kind of in your character sheet somewhere.
Oh, I have no idea.
It would be under the mage class.
That means nothing to me.
I can send you the Sage player intuitions that I
Sage,
have.
there it is.
No,
Where is that?
I assume you'd have the same ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you, looks like
Oh, I
they're
see it.
Yeah.
sudden vision,
Oh,
nearby
okay.
presence,
So
or
yeah,
magic surge.
that one. Sudden vision.
A flash of insight provides you with a clear answer or suggests a course of action with regards to an urgent question, problem, or obstacle you're
Yeah, I want to know how to get back to my friends.
putting in an XP to get a flash through the fog that is rolling in the direction that they are. It is a sharp 180-degree turn back towards them, and then we're free to just take off towards them.
Okay. Yeet. Back to the navigation experts.
For the other three of you, who have been walking and talking with Maisie, who has been conversing with you and answering questions and participating in the conversation. The three of you seem to just be marching off into nothing. There's points where it feels like you're going in circles, but then it feels like this rock is new. You keep going, but then you come across that same rock again, even though you have just walked in a straight line.
I'm sorry, Mabel. I thought you were supposed to be a rather expert at navigation.
I'm just following the lady.
Are you sure we're headed in the right path?
I wasn't told to follow a path. I was told to follow a lady.
I know, but it just doesn't. It just seems that we're.
Well, there's no lady. Except for Miss Sylvie here. And you, obviously.
We've been going straight.
Straight in
We can
circles.
all see that. No straight in a line. And this stuff, I didn't know that it was magic. I didn't know anything about magic. I don't know about that. And if it's a whole forest, then I assumed if we followed where the lady went, it would take us somewhere. Certainly, straight line doesn't go in circle normally.
Great. So we're lost.
We can easily find our way out, but
There's the sound of
I don't know where she's
rushed footsteps, cracking sticks, rustling leaves as someone is clearly beelining it towards the four of you.
Oh god.
Claude
Behind
will
me?
just take
Behind
like
me?
a stance.
And
Hide behind Mabel.
a clear clone of Maisie, identical in every way, just comes stepping out of the fog.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Massey?
Huh?
Massey? What?
Get behind me. Pushes
What?
the other Massey behind her.
Looking at the racing figure towards us. Who are you? What have you done?
I don't give a fuck if you're magic. I'm not gonna hesitate.
He does this to me like in every game. He does this to me like in every game, and I don't know which one is really me. I'm me.
No, this is what have you done?
What do you mean? What have I done? Who? I see my clone here.
Who is standing there behind Mabel, just staring at, not quite disbelief, but more like confusion and almost intrigue.
Massey?
Yes?
Yes?
Uh, 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 tell me something only Massey would know. Either of you.
We've been with this Massey the whole time.
That Massey's not me. I'm Massey. I don't. Who are you?
Okay, whatever the fog is doing to create this, it's impressive, but I've never left your side.
That's true.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's been walking with us this whole time. You just kind of bit out of the fog. Like, why would we believe that you're her or whatever?
Why would you believe this one if it's creating like illusions, anyways? Either one of us could be fake. You want to know something that only I would know? Then, oh, this is hard, Hoop. Because, okay, this is not fair because the only person who knows me from before does not know the meaningful memories, and that's fucked up. I'm so bad at these things. I um what is oh my god, what is something only I would know that this Massey wouldn't know that everybody else would know because I just met you people okay,
I'll turn sharply to the Massey that's by my side and be like, you tell me something only you would know.
yeah, other Massey.
It-
Do it first.
Gun is still pointed at LC Massey. as I
She
look to
Massey.
First,
yeah.
don't shoot her. I don't think she's
What?
dangerous.
Okay.
I think it's just a trick.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I mean, how many of your recipes have I helped you go and find ingredients for over these years? If you want, we can sit down and I can recreate them for you.
Oh, that's not specific. Come
I can
on.
recreate recipes?
She's got a point.
Actually, this is something. Ooh, 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 I got you.
Ooh,
Ooh, I got you. Okay. All right. I got you now. um, so Sylvie would know that I am not good at crafting because actually on my not my playbook, my character sheet, I have an inability at crafting. Therefore, I have not helped you craft shit because I'm bad at it.
You have an inability. That doesn't mean that you couldn't still have collected ingredients
Poop.
and saw the recipes.
You just said I can craft it with you. Your words just said that I could craft it with her, and I couldn't.
Can Claude try to see through to this deception?
How would you like to
of-
do so?
That's a good question. Let's see.
We have a craft off, and whoever sucks more.
Oh no. I have abilities and don't know how to apply them, you know?
Because
Just
you
like
do
in real
life.
specifically have an inability that the narrator forgot that you had. I would say that in that moment, that Massey that is standing next to you seems to be just a little less corporeal.
I'll just take a step back. So you're I don't, I'm so,
Can I take my
Okay.
knife and just like slice my palm if this one's less corporeal and then I want to bleed?
Absolutely.
Ah,
I would love nothing more than for you to bleed in this forest.
Oh, well, now you say it like that. No.
You take the knife, cut against your palm. It's no more than a few drops.
why'd
But
you
you're
do
definitely
that?
bleeding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slowly kind of walk toward Elsie Massey's side, just kind of like eyeing the other Massey. What's going on? How are you doing this?
Me?
No, looking at the other Massey. What's going on?
The figure turns into Boston.
What?
Who the hell's that?
Done.
You were calm.
No. You're
Well-
not. You're not.
So if you know who that is,
Yeah.
then obviously that's not who that is, right?
Right. That's not. Can just stop. Whatever you're doing, stop.
Big smile on his face turns into
Stop.
Bryson.
Stop.
Who the hell's that?
Well, now we know that's not me because
Yeah, I'm sorry.
obviously Bryson
can't
is
do-
not with us anymore.
Turns into Harley.
Okay, stop.
Just
Okay,
take
whatever.
some deep breaths, Sylvie. Just take some deep
Alright.
breaths.
This is
It's the forest.
causing some.
What do you mean it's the you're acting like it's normal? It's the forest? What do you mean it's the forest?
It's the forest causing this. We've already established there's magic here. We've
Yeah.
established this tree is doing something weird. We've established that something awful killed Amos or whatever his name was. There's magic here, and it's using our memories against us.
Maisie, as always, you are so close to the truth. But just not quite there.
What voice is that?
The best I could do for a very condescending Harley.
Oh, okay, thank you. Fair. Can be do they sound like that sometimes?
I can only
Thanks,
take the
not-
form of people that have died.
No.
Wait, but,
Well, that's not true because Boston's not
The what?
dead.
and you?
And I'm also I'm also not dead. Am I dead? No. I'm bleeding. I'm not
better
keep
dead.
your
not be.
secrets, Maisie. Keep your secret.
What does that even mean?
You can lie to them till they leave you.
Lie to them about being alive?
I hope you all survive out here.
Who?
Who are you?
Yeah.
As they're talking, they're just slowly becoming less and less corporeal until they just fade.
No. Where's Boston? Where's
Sylvie, he's lying. Whatever that thing is lying. I'm not dead.
No. Clearly,
So-
I just.
We have no
That's
proof
true.
Boston's dead, and who the hell knows where Harley and Bryson went. Clearly, they're not dead either,
This is
as you
ridiculous.
said earlier.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous. But it's not worth getting worked up over now, and that's exactly what it wants. I'm sorry that you two had to see that.
Oh,
Well, I'm sorry that it obviously meant something more to y'all than it did to me, but
I'm sorry we're lost.
We're
yeah,
lost?
We're
Yes,
lost.
we're lost.
We've been lost.
Well, I thought
Well, I lost this. We've been walking in a straight line. We've been walking in a straight line.
In a circle
Um,
of straight lines.
Okay. You see how that's weird, right? You see how that's not my fault?
Wait, how did they solve this
Maybe?
in Jujutsu Kaisen?
You see how I
Well,
don't
yes,
get
we have to-
lost
We have
in
to
the
run.
forest?
We have to.
Very
One
demure,
way,
very
one
mindful.
other.
God damn it! No, Hoop, we got to do the Jujutsu Kaisen thing where two of us run.
No,
in
because
opposite
we shouldn't
directions.
Split up, but it's so good.
Mabel, if you would like, I'd be happy to give you a speed roll. If you
I
have
love that.
any skill proficiency in navigation, I am happy to.
Oh, do I?
It would be
Um,
target number 12. Your proficiency brings it down to target number 9. And you can spend 3 points from your speed pool if you like to drop it down to target number 6.
I also have find the way as an
Ooh.
ability when I apply effort to a navigation task because I don't know the way, are lost, or are attempting to blaze a new route. Need to choose between two, blah, 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 or something else similar. You can apply a free level of effort.
Absolutely. So automatically down to target number 6.
Okay. And then I'll spend an effort. And since I have an edge, that's 2.
You
Yeah.
spend 2 points instead of 3.
Cool.
It's at a target number
so
3.
target- Oh God, please. Okay. Okay.
A 14, huh? Just gotta drag Mabel's token
Yes.
out real quick. I can do that. So in chat, you should see the GM is proposing an intrusion to Mabel. You can accept, at which point you get an XP and you can choose someone else to gain an XP. Or you can refuse and it will just cost you an XP.
Yeah, I'll do an intrusion. That sounds fun as hell.
Absolutely. And you get to choose someone else to gain an XP as well.
I'm gonna choose. I'll go with Claude. Because Claude was the first one to point out that Mabel doesn't have shit together.
Got it. You, for whatever reason, feel like once you start moving, your feet just find the path. They just know where they're going. As if something were guiding you, like it or not. You are walking for a good another half an hour before you see a figure in the mist. The closer you get, the more it starts to take shape. At first, it's hard to tell what it is. It just looks like something, a pile of something on the ground. You get closer and you see that it is indeed a human body. You get closer and you see that perfectly pristine teacher's dress.
So I found her. We should have stopped her.
We tried.
Is her heart there? Is she dead? Do we know she's dead? She just passed out?
Roll her over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little kick. Just a nudge.
Okay, I would not kick her.
Not like a full-on, like, soccer kick, but just like...
I'm going to be respectful of this dead person we have just encountered.
The one you wanted to pistol whip?
Well, she was alive at that point.
It's different when it's a body. Yeah, a nudge would roll her onto her back, and heart is not missing, but there's a clear trail of blood from her neck, just kind of traveling down towards her chest.
That's rough. That's bad. That's bad.
That's
Is
rough,
that what
buddy.
Mabel says? That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, that's rough. That's bad. That's
Shit
really rough.
happens.
Oh.
There's a trail of blood coming from her neck down her.
Mhm.
Does it look like there's like a cut or a wound?
There are 2 very small puncture.
Ooh.
It's a
Okay.
vampire?
Okay.
Are vampires real?
Would I have any idea of what would have punctured someone's neck in the woods?
I mean, it kind of looks like if you had an awl, an AWL, and just
Mhm.
jab someone twice in the neck, that could have worked. It could be a snake bite.
Okay. Is there anything else that seems to be disturbed on this woman? Any other wounds or Any other signs of violence?
None. There's not even a sign of a struggle.
Well, she appears to be dead.
Yeah.
Is there a roll I could do to more certainly discern this from a snake bite or two all piercings or, a vampire?
I mean, anyone with any sort of medical knowledge, as
That's
long
on
as
me.
you're taking some closer inspection, taking the time to look over the body, there's
Yeah.
almost no blood.
Mm.
And yet, she looks completely pale. There's no
So completely
signs of
drained.
like venom or poison or anything around the injury. It's very strange.
No, I know you guys said magic is real.
Mm-hmm.
Does that include vampires?
I don't think we've ever. I don't think so. That's just mythology. That's a little far-fetched.
Is it though?
It looks a lot like
Like comparatively,
Odyssey, right?
right? Yeah. But comparatively to what at least you and I have encountered, I can't speak for our two new compatriots, but is it so far off?
I mean, I suppose a creature biting another one is the stuff of many legends. I don't suppose it could be true. It just seems a little far-fetched for these parts.
Hypothetically
Then-
speaking, though, if it is
You really
one
think
of
there's
those
some
creatures,
crazy fanatic that read Bram Stoker's Dracula too many times? Came out here, ripped out a man's chest, and then stabbed this poor woman, all because of a book?
There's many things that lurk in these woods that could potentially have similarities to certain sensational novels, I suppose.
So can we leave?
Okay.
We
Yeah,
should leave. I
Well,
think we're in
we
danger.
we just
of
leave her here.
territory.
Damn.
I mean, I got punched in the face for knowing a dead guy. What do you think gonna happen to me if we bring back a dead woman?
That's true.
Us.
I'm wanted.
And
Yeah,
we
that's
have
your
a friend
problem, and
who
I'm-
wandered off into these woods somewhere, and we don't know where he is. We need to find him before whatever's out here encounters him.
That is true. Now knowing there's a danger in these woods, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to Boston. And you are also right. You are wanted, and you are technically on the docket for first in line to be the cause of these murders. So, of the four of us, two of us are potentially going to be thrown in jail, and the other two are probably going to be put in as accomplices, given how much we've spent time together face to face in front of all of these people. And personally, I don't want to be victim number 3. So,
We should find our way back to civilization and then figure out what the hell we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Navigator,
um,
Mabel,
Okay. Yeah.
you think you can do it?
Okay. Yeah, I can do it. I did this. What? I found her.
You did find her. Yeah, I won't be. You did find her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like you're really laying it on thick on me. You know,
I think
you
we're
know what? It's
all
fine.
under a lot of stress right
Yeah,
now.
a lot of stress, and
Yeah,
you
we can
did
talk
pull
about
a
it
gun
like.
on us
Okay.
the first time we met.
See? Okay. I think we can move past that.
Okay.
Yeah, just follow me. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah. I I don't need you to make another roll. You can just keep following the path that you've been on. Eventually breaking out of the mist, finding your way back to the road. Though it is dark out. That has not changed. You can hear the crickets. The moon is well above you. You have been in those woods for hours.
This doesn't make any sense. We didn't spend an entire day in there.
I don't know. It made us go in circles. Could it not have made us take longer? What do we do?
I don't know. We can't camp out here.
Well, we can
We
try to
can't.
go back to the general store. I
In the
still
middle
have
of
some
town?
stuff up there. I mean, yeah. Where else are we gonna go?
Well, we had a lady who said that we could stay with her. That's where we stayed last night.
Do you think she'll kindly take in strangers for another night after the occurrences? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to ask.
It seemed pretty calm.
After this point, do you think they would even remember?
I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Headed back to town. It is a short walk back. You didn't venture too far. It's quiet. There's no sounds of people walking around, no commotions, no conversation, no lights. Town is dark.
There's no lights, like nothing's illuminated. There's no like lights coming from any of the windows.
Nope. But at this time of night, that's not particularly
Oh, 'cause it's like
unusual.
the middle of the night. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll make our way back to the house that we stayed in.
Did we come back
Last
in a
night.
mirror dimension?
What's
Like
that?
oh, I was asking like generally.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
like cuz like I'm trying to think of a way to like test this, cuz we saw a hallucination mirror of me. Like who's to say that this isn't just like a ghost town flipped reality sort of situation, like hallucination, like we never left the forest, we're still in there, and this is all like we are trapped in our own minds kind of situation. I don't know, I'm going real dark horse off the wall with that one, but like it'd be pretty cool. The only way to solve this is to run in opposite directions at the same speed.
I know we gotta try it.
We gotta try it.
We gotta break the domain.
Infinite domain my ass.
But if you'd like to head back to the Boone household,
Uh-huh.
you're welcome to do so.
I think that's the best bet.
Yeah.
There is a
Odd.
note
Wait.
on the door saying, "We weren't sure if you'd be back. Your room's still available if you are."
That's it.
Probably
They-
asleep inside. That's awful thoughtful of them.
It's very kind. Yeah, just I guess we can head on in.
Yeah.
very, very softly, kind of quietly open the door, try to head inside.
No ambush waiting for you. No mirror dimension monsters. You're able to sneak in. Claude, are you with?
Um, Claude kind of wants to go back to the general store because he technically wasn't invited in the house, so he's like,
Is
don't
Claude the
wanna.
vampire? Oh
Yeah.
man, I thought I was on mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Claude's gonna go back to the general store and go up the attic.
I'll like kind of call out. You're welcome to stay with us. I mean, we might be safer together.
I'll stay outside with you if you want to camp outside.
Well, I was staying in the general store, in the room upstairs.
The one where something bad happened and people wanted to kill you?
I mean, yeah, but I don't see anyone trying to kill me now.
Well, everyone's asleep, but if anyone notices your presence, I just want to make sure that you're safe. We're probably safer sticking together. I mean,
Oh, do you think that? Well, I wasn't invited into this house. I was already taught that never to invite myself into a house. It's
I'll
just
get.
bad manners.
Do you want to camp out here? It's a nice night out. I've got camping stuff. We can just stay outside.
Well, unless someone wants to come with me to the general store to get my stuff, and then I can come back here.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Just
I'll
real
go with.
quick.
Yeah, sure.
Safety in numbers and all that, I'll go too.
well, yeah, I'll accompany then.
We all going to get my stuff.
Can't let you go alone, and
All right,
four
all
is
right.
better than 2 is better than 3.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go grab it real quick. I just had a backpack with some my journal and all that stuff. Just need to grab it. It's real important.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Easily done. Again, no one ambushes you. There's no creature waiting for you in the darkness that you can see.
Ignorance is bliss. All right.
Eventually, you're all able to snuggle back into the attic that you've been staying. It's warmer than outside. Of old blankets that, by today's standards, you probably wouldn't want to use them, but back then, did what you had to do, and you're all able to get some sleep. Yes.
Can I right before we sleep? Can I do one thing real quick?
Absolutely.
To Sylvia.
Yeah.
Just like right before. Hey, so you were talking about magic earlier. Sorry, I didn't want to bother everybody with this. You were talking about magic. I heard it. You were saying it to me, of course. Yeah, I heard it. Did you say something? You talked about something like the darkness, and you said it as like a very like
Yes.
proper noun.
Yes, there are various sources of magic. It's a little hard to explain in a short
You-
period, but there's the darkness, and then there's the green, and they're basically two, I guess, sources is the best way to put it.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense since there's always trees and there's always shadows.
Yeah, in a sense, but why do you ask?
I was just wondering what it did. I was just wondering what it did.
There's also
Um,
those of us in the middle who don't really align with either side. It gets a little messy.
It does get a
Okay.
little messy. I didn't want to give too thorough an explanation, but yeah, exactly. There's those like Massey who are somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, really
the d-
not uh not too focused on the spectrum of it.
okay.
More on what does it do? like what is it like the darkness? What does it really like do? You know?
What does it do? That's a rather broad question. It
Okay.
um consider it and again, I'm no expert. I'm still learning myself. There are people far more educated and have far more knowledge than I'm able to convey. I just am conveying what bits and pieces I've picked up from my learnings, and that hasn't been much. Dismal's not a very extensive realm of resources for this information. But yeah, it's basically think of it as a well of malevolence where uh, how do I best put this? There are forces in this earth that we are mostly unaware of. Some of those forces are light and some of those forces are dark. But they just are what they are. But the darkness, it seeks dark things, I suppose.
I like to think of it as life versus those creatures under your bed your mama told you about.
Doesn't
It what they want is what they want. It's hard to tell you an exact definition if
Yeah.
their desires
Right.
change on the regular.
It's like
Alright.
nature. You can't really tell what nature wants. It just is what it is. And the darkness is a different kind of nature.
Okay. Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Thanks.
You seem rather interested.
Well, I was ye- I'm just really looking for, for answers to stuff. Does it mean you're a bad person? Does that mean you're a bad person if
If what?
uh okay. Hypothetically, um let's say um there were like a couple hours where um everything went really dark, but you could still like see your surroundings in your room, but it was all like pitch black, but you could see it, um and so you were just kind of like holding something like that.
I'm sorry, that wasn't very descriptive of
Okay.
what the hell he's trying. Like, you turned the lights off in your room, or what?
No, 'cause
Where
it
were
was the
we
middle of
going
the
with
day.
this, Mabel?
Sometimes stuff I guess sometimes stuff happened to me,
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
and I thought I thought I was crazy or I had a brain tumor or something. But
Mabel.
yeah,
Mabel. It does not make you a bad person if you're sought by the darkness. It's only if you give yourself to it where that's a different story.
okay. What does that mean?
Do you intend to
How,
hurt people with it?
no, I think it intends to like hurt me. I don't think I've ever done anything with it. Really, except yeah, no, I
Except,
forget no, nothing. Don't worry about that. Um, I don't think I've ever like intentionally done anything with it.
do you feel it?
Feel it?
The darkness. Do you feel its presence?
I I, I don't really know what that means, but I'm gonna have to say yes. Generally, I feel like I should say yes to that question.
Okay. That's not necessarily
It sounds bad. It sounds bad. It sounds really
it's not.
bad, generally.
It's not. I mean,
Okay.
for all it could mean that there's something special about you. And there's a lot of forces out there trying to seek it. Maybe we
Really,
just need to explore why it wants you.
yeah. That, yeah, maybe. Yeah, for sure. When you're talking about the darkness, I'm like, yes, this lines up, this tracks. And you talked about the green, and I've really so I do feel like it is one force wanting something from me.
I mean, all we have to do is figure out why it wants you. I mean, there could be power within you that you're not aware of. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Maybe um yeah, yeah, okay.
You're in good company. Massey and
Thank
I,
you.
we've kind of been at this for a while. We still have a lot to learn, but I think we can help figure out what's going on.
Cool. Yeah, all right. And I know I said thank you. First of all, thank you very much.
Of course.
That is genuinely reassuring to me, even though um I don't think Massey likes me very much.
Oh, Massey's just
But
like that sometimes.
oh, that's okay. Um, I maintain the fact that I didn't do it because I didn't.
Hmm.
If you ever see somebody who looks a lot like me, trying to commit murder or arson or kidnapping or vandalism or um unwarranted violence or like a
Mm,
lot of that stuff, um, feel free to stop them.
I will.
Cool.
Definitely.
Okay. Anything else before you all get some apparently much needed rest, even though it feels like you woke up not maybe an hour or two ago?
Yes. I mean, no, nothing else that I need to do.
Um, okay. Then you all eventually nod off, bodies more exhausted than you realized. For most of you, it is a very uneventful night. One of you weren't quite so lucky. Sylvia. You find that you are seated in what looks like a cellar. There's a table in the center of the room. There are bookshelves all over the place. They look like town records. Though there are about 2 dozen books opened and just splayed out on the table in the center. And a figure sitting there flipping page after page. Sylvia, take a seat.
Um, who are you? What is this?
This is going to be a long night if you keep asking questions I've already answered.
Um, uh, fine. I'll go and pull a chair and like very hesitantly sit down.
What you can see of the figure in the very low light, long, pitch black hair that flows over their face and down their back. A suit that even the most prolific and successful of company men that you've ever seen in your life would envy. It is scarlet and black, a beautiful rose pinned to the chest. Have you felt it?
uh, uh, felt what?
This place. The secrets buried here.
Um, I've felt the strangeness of this place, I suppose, but I don't necessarily know what you're referring to.
Head and it turns to look up at you. Would you like to meet his eyes?
Yes.
They are so beautifully blue that you may not have ever understood what the color blue was until now.
I've either just won the game or lost the game, and I don't know which. Oh, sorry. What exactly am I supposed to be feeling in this town? What is this place?
That is what I am looking for. That tree.
Hmm.
I know you felt that it's no ordinary.
I mean, of course, connection to nature is kind of my thing.
That would explain why you have not felt it. That tree has nothing to do with the green.
What? What does that have to do with?
You already know the answer to that.
I fear that some of these things might be outside of my field. I'm not sure why. What is it that you want, Mister?
Vincent,
Uh, Vincent. What is it that you want?
I want to find what happened here. This town is bathed in blood. I would like to know why.
Uh, I I don't understand what's my role in this. Why am I even here?
That's my confusing question. I had found no answer in my time here until you stepped into.
And what? I brought an answer with me.
In a way, you made the tree angry.
Oh, um, I didn't intend to upset anything here, but
He's going to push the chair back, stand easily standing above you by a foot, maybe a little bit more. Never apologize for upsetting those that are lesser than you.
I don't think I am in any way more powerful than the tree. I think this is This is a little absurd. I have a quiet little shop back in Dismal. I did, and I'm just a little far from home.
Then maybe I am wrong. There's a first time for everything.
So I've wandered into town and I've upset a tree, and now you want to have a conversation. I still don't really understand what my role is on all this. I don't understand what you want from me.
I want you to do whatever it is you came to this town to do. They are going to try to take from. Don't let them.
Who is they?
The people of this town, the insects that cling to an old way of life in this rotting, desiccated hole.
I don't think that's very kind to refer to these people. I don't. And I'm sorry, what's your role in all this? What?
Curiosity. When you have been alive for as long as I have, you find very little that still amazes
Do you know what happened to that man, to that woman? The teacher, the general store. You know what happened to them?
you. The teacher did not listen to my warnings. Killed poor, whatever his name was. Tried to flee.
Is that what's gonna happen to me if I don't figure out your little mystery? Are you gonna kill me?
Do you think that if I was going to kill you, I would not have done so?
And do you know what my friend is? You seem to
Have
know a
to
lot
be
about
more
these parts.
specific than that.
We were traveling with someone. His name is Boston. We haven't seen him in a few days, and you seem to know a lot about these parts and the goings on of these woods. So I'm just wondering if you've seen him, if you know if he's okay.
He is paying what I believe that they refer to as severance.
I see. So I suppose I have no choice here but to try to figure out what this big old tree wants with me.
Perhaps, if that's what you really came here to do.
And what, you're just gonna haunt my dreams and watch?
You'll find that I am very good at watching. Haunting, however, no. Perhaps when the day comes that you beg me to enter your dreams again, we'll talk.
I doubt such a day will come.
You're not the first to say that.
You have no intention to harm my companions, right?
No more
I
than
seem
I
to be
wish
the
to
only-
harm you.
And is there anything else you wish me to know about this strange old tree in the middle of town, or these townspeople you don't seem to like very much?
Dearest Sylvia, it won't matter what I tell you right now. You won't remember this when you wake up.
First of all, it's Miss Tacey. And second of all, how is that supposed to help me if I don't even remember any of this?
You were already on your way. My interference would only slow your progress.
And what happens when I figure out what this big old tree is about? Hmm?
Then I suppose you will kill it.
Great. Awesome. Anything else you need me to know before I'm gonna forget it in 5 minutes?
No. Know that you will forget everything we just talked about. You will not forget me.
Right, okay. Sure. Whatever you say, Mr. Vincent.
I do believe that is enough for tonight.
What, I just wake up now?
If you'd like. You could stay longer.
I would like to wake up now, thank you very much.
Miss Tacey, this has been as much of a pleasure as I ever could have imagined.
Unfortunately, I cannot say the same.
And the room vanishes. He vanishes. And your night is full of peaceful dreams. I think that is a fantastic place for us to put a pin in this game. Thank you all so much for being here, for being a wonderful cast. Thank you to our two new cast members who came in and absolutely killed it. Y'all were amazing tonight. And I am so excited for the next one, mainly because I get to be a badass vampire, but neither here nor there. But yes, thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone that came out to support us. We love you all so very much. And yeah, I turned some less depressing, less spooky music on. I do want to go around one more time later and tell you who they are, where you can find them, and then we will get out of your hair. We will go left to right, top to bottom, as we do. We, of course, are missing one Turk or Churk Accented on Twitch and Twitter, but our boy Boston will be back next time. Our voice of reason, our
Please.
muscle, our centering column of support. We miss you, buddy.
We do.
But
We need
We're
you.
never allowed to. We almost
We can't play
died because you
this
weren't
game
here.
ever again.
Please. I'm sorry we ever played without you, Turk.
Yes.
that does mean that we are going to start with Daniela, who honestly, it was your time. Like, we had Apophis, we had Nyx, like...
Guys, hi everyone. I'm Daniela, who told me I was not prepared for this. I would not be prepared for the session, and he was right. I was not prepared for this session. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Daniela. I'm too flustered to remember what exactly it is that I'm doing ever. life. You will find me back here this coming Monday and every other Monday for Lancer Hell's Gate, our long-running Lancer series, where Elsie gets to go through what I just went through mostly.
Every fucking episode.
And next Wednesday, you can find me for the third installment of our Walking Dead mini campaign, DM'd by Sam, who's absolutely amazing. And it's going to be full of drama and craziness. And then you can find me back here for the next session of When This Is, which is in 2 weeks, I think. And yeah, that's me. That's what I'm up to.
Heck yeah. Of course, I appreciate that as GM to a player that you are so great in scenes like this, and even if you're losing it on the inside, you are still holding your composure through the scene. And it is so much fun to watch.
Thank you so much.
Moving over to someone else who is great at losing their mind on the inside but keeping it together through the scene. Over to LC.
I feel like that's an exaggeration. I don't feel like I keep it composed on the outside at all. But hey, I'm LC. I'm optimistic on all social media. I use she, they pronouns. I was Massey tonight. Oh, how the turntables turn on several fronts in this game. I hope you're happy, Danny. That was my secret, and I have known this whole time because I helped to orchestrate it. You're welcome. You get your own little fucking bitch baby Lestat. Stupid. Anyways, where can you find me? As Danny said, I am on Hell's Gate every other alternating Monday, continuing next week, where I also get flustered on the regular by Hoop with my shitty boys. There are 2 of them at the moment, and one of them I am sharing with Danny in Danny's head. And she loves it. It's great.
No.
Okay.
No.
Sure. It's all right.
No.
We all love my little Hannibal baby.
No.
And also Pappas and whatever. It's fine. We're all fine. The last episode we had was fine. And I'm not stressed. And then speaking of stress, every other alternating Tuesday, you can find me with the lovely Harp, who, oh, how the turntables turn here, where one of us is a ray of sunshine and the other is not. And I'll let you decide which is which in which game. But we are having our little soiree with no powers, and seeing how that goes. And my sudden awful realization after we went off camera, see how that turns out for me. And where maybe I'll finally kiss my serial killer boyfriends. Maybe my actual boyfriend will visit. Maybe I punch someone's mother in the face. I don't know at this point. It's a wild time. It's a fun time. It's a stressful time. We're all fine. And then The Walking Dead with Danny again. I apparently should have died. Did not die. Got shot in the neck with an arrow. Killed my boyfriend. Didn't kill him. Let him die. And full circle there on that Wednesday. And then Thursday we have our finale of Tomb Raider. Where I will not be excessively sleepy and go to bed halfway through. There's a spider just like chilling in front of my camera right now. I won't get EP'd this time and go to bed early. I promise. It's a finale. We'll see if I finally kiss the voice in my head. How many times can I do this in a game? I'm not counting, and neither should you. And I'm just gonna do that week because I am also tired right now, and it just repeats itself. I'll be back for Old Gods in the next week.
Yep. As is good and just. But then that brings us over to Harper.
Hi, everybody. I'm Harper. Yeah, like Elsie said, I'm on T-Cov on Entropy Emporium in a week from now. I play Mara there, who's pretty chill. And then the day after, she's normal and chill and a cool person. I think would be fun to hang out with. The day after that, Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I'm back for Arc 3 of Beacons of Farlight. That's the final one, where I play a character named Maisie, and she's about to throw a tantrum because she got sent back in time when she didn't want to be. What else am I doing? I don't know. I'm doing this. Other than that, I'm doing, yeah, this, and then I'm making stuff. You can find me on at harping harp on like Twitter and YouTube mainly. And then I'm building a couple other cool things that I'm excited to share, like TTRPG wise, but I can't yet.
I mean, that's all very cool. So,
Thank you for letting me play in your game.
of course, we are more than happy to have you. And the only thing I can say is that Mabel's turn is coming, and just you will never be ready for it.
What's that mean?
And then, last but not least, over to Miri.
Hi, I'm Miri. I played Claude. Still getting the feel for his character, sweet boy. Unlike Danny and Elsie and Harp, I do not have a bunch of games on my list because I like to keep my life simple and uncomplicated. And anyway, so I just have this game for now, just for now. And then I have work, so I'll be on Discord. I don't really use Twitter, so good luck finding me on The Last Caravan. That's about it.
We'll see if we can't get you to come back for Deathmatch Island at some point.
Run while you still can. All your free time.
Also, I feel like this doesn't need to be said, but I would like to say that Claude's time is obviously also coming. None of you are safe.
Can you stop? Stop. Maybe stop saying that.
No, what does that even mean?
Yeah, what does it mean, Hoop? What does it mean?
We find out.
We don't
Later.
want to find. No, Miri,
What
the
is-
point is
what
we
is
Find
don't
out
want to
Narp.
find out.
I'm
I have been Andrew, your storyteller for
Find
tonight's
out
game. I love this game and this cast. I've been so excited to pick up Old Gods again. I love the setting, and the podcast is incredible. If I can harness just a fraction of a percentage of the energy that they bring into that podcast every episode, I will consider this an absolute success. But that is all that we have tonight. I'm going to throw it over to our friends at Neon Lights Roleplay. We're playing A Good Death. I don't know what that is, but we're going to go be supportive and cheer
Go
on
be
our
supportive of
friends.
Turk.
Yeah, Turk for not being here.
No, look, we played without him. That was on us. And we suffered for it.
we did suffer for it.
But that's it. That's all we got. Thank you to my lovely cast one more time. But as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.